Leroy and Hawk, Crowder and Solana. South Florida sports lives here.
Powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us, Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Dolphins have made Devon Achan the league's third highest paid running back, 4 years, $64 million deal, $32 million guaranteed. Bonuses could top $68 million. Max Meyer struck out 9 as the Marlins rolled 9-5 over the Twins. Rubber match today at 1:40. Robbie Snelling will not start due to a UCL sprain. Messi had a part in 3 goals as Inter Miami defeated FC Cincinnati 5-3. And tonight at 7:30, the NFL officially releases its schedules for 2026. This weather report brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Temperature is going to rise to the high 80s with overcast skies here in South Florida. I am Dan Day. Time now for the Joe Rose Show here on 104.3 FM WQAM.
And let's go, we will. Welcome in here on this Thursday morning. Hollywood, Omar Kelly, Dan Day along here with you. And happy schedule release day to you, my friends, Dan Day and Omar Kelly. Good morning, gentlemen. Omar, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
Good. Dan Day, how you doing?
Excellent, man.
Good,
this coffee is kicking in.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you haven't promoted your events yet this week, Dan. Were you busy last night?
Yeah, always,
all
man.
Right.
Monday through Friday, I'm always doing something. And on the weekends, I'm here. And wherever I can freelance some DJing or just getting together or anything like that. Like Inter Miami this Sunday, I'll be at the new stadium.
Yeah, you're going?
Yeah.
Nice,
what are you doing at the new stadium?
Working. Why does everybody have, like, Dave Hyde comes up to me at the Inter Miami MLS championship game. What are you doing here? I go, since I'm in the media area, I'm doing exactly what you are. He goes, well, you don't have a computer. I go, yeah, man, that's fine. It's the new age. We have computers in our pockets nowadays.
Nice. Well, so Dan be out there watching the Messi show. Messi 3 last night.
Yeah.
Lot going on, man. Lot going on a Wednesday here. Dolphins making some major news. The NFL schedule will come out tonight, the full schedule.
Woohoo!
I'm listening to Adam Schefter driving in this morning, and he's talking about the NFL has they when they go to 18 games, they may have every single team play internationally. We may get an international division. Boy, a lot of international talk from the NFL, and wherever there is money, the NFL will try to squeeze every last penny out of it.
Did you see where Kyle Shanahan was not over the moon about the 49ers having to travel over the circumference of the earth this coming season?
Yeah, are they going to Australia? Are they the Australia team?
And Mexico City.
Mexico, yeah. The Australia thing is incredible. I think what is it, an 18-hour flight?
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely incredible.
But aren't you beginning the season in Australia? Like, I don't want to hear you crying about beginning the season somewhere international.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a great trip. I'm sure it'll be a great trip. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun for them. But at the same time, it's like, you got a job to do, and it makes your job a little bit more difficult.
Your job is no more difficult than the other opponent's job as well.
Mm-hmm. Says the guy who complains when the flight is longer than 2 hours. But
listen, I only complain of connection, sir.
Okay.
By
the way, you may have a lot of connections this year because things are getting a little messy at the airports, but. That's a discussion for another day, Omar. We got Devon Achan is signed, sealed, and delivered. So he gets his deal done before OTAs, which is a very good thing. You know what, Omar? I was thinking this too yesterday. I think finally some Dolphins news that like nobody will have a negative take on. Nobody's going to text in this morning that what were the Dolphins thinking? How could we give this guy this money? I think this is a unanimous. Good job by the Dolphins.
I could fill you with negative news if you'd like, a negative perspective if you need one. I mean,
what did they give him too much guaranteed money?
No. Actually, it came out a million under in terms of the guaranteed money that I thought he would receive.
You said what, 33? He got 32.
I said if I'm Devon Achan, I wouldn't because as I consistently say to people who know my work. The only money that you should really ever care about in a contract is the guaranteed money, because in an NFL contract, that's the only money that's real. After that, they'll kind of say goodbye or shake you down or restructure, unless it absolutely benefits them, which is the Jordan Brooks, Aaron Brewer situation, because they're both in their final year of their contract. That these deals don't feature any guarantee, but then from the player standpoint, then they want a new deal. So all that ever matters is the guaranteed money. And if you're a high enough level player, you're not playing without guaranteed money for next year's deal. But with that said, when you just look at the market of what the tailbacks were getting, where the tailbacks were, don't look at the fake APY, which is average per year, which for Devon Achan, I believe, is like $16 million. Look at what the guaranteed money is, and 11 million per year is what the going rate is for guaranteed money. And Devon Achan pretty much got 10 and a half ish. So that's pretty impressive to me.
Were you surprised that he wanted to be here? That this is a situation that he wanted to be a part of, knowing that, this is basically the prime of his career.
Yeah.
And he's going to spend it doing a rebuild. Were you surprised at all that he wanted to be here?
No, because he's probably Miami's in the bloodstream probably already. Clearly this is going to be a team that focuses on running the football, or at least they say they're going to be focused on running the football. And they've got Devon Achan and
I don't know how 6 foot. They're going to have many other options. So,
and a 6'7", 350-pound left side of the offensive line.
Yeah. So
I
can see that being a reality. Yes.
So, and also they pretty much have him locked up for 2 more years. Well, before the extension, they had him locked up for 2 more years. So you might as well just get as much money as you possibly can. Mm-hmm. And right now he probably walks away with $12 million extra, and now doesn't have to worry about the risk injury. That to me is the biggest factor for backs, for all NFL players. They want the guaranteed money so that they don't have to worry about the risk of injury. And now Devon Achan has 3 years of not living in fear.
Well, no, and listen, I'm glad that it got done when it did, so this doesn't turn into one of those weird holding.
I was certain this was going to turn into
really.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Well, you know what? The new front office has proven you wrong, Omar. They did this right, and 305. Here's the negative spin. He'll be old and washed up right around the time we might start to be good again. Perfect, he says.
I don't know if that's fair or accurate.
Listen. The Dolphins could turn this thing around very quickly.
How?
Okay.
Tell me how.
I just see other teams do it, Omar.
Yeah, you're right.
And I don't want to tell you how. Because however those other teams did it, that's how we're going to do it.
New England did it in 2 years.
Yeah, they did. And I think a big part of that starts with the quarterback position. And, whether, listen, if Malik Willis is the guy, and you find out in year one that Malik Willis can play at a high enough level, let's say a top 12 quarterback level. I don't want to be a pig here. Top 12 quarterback level.
Were you getting top 12 quarterback, the past quarterback?
Yeah, of course you were, Omar.
All right, that's good. I appreciate that.
So anyway, if you get top 12 quarterback level out of Malik Willis, and I don't know that the numbers are going to be there. I'm talking about eye test.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's just go eye test with
clutch moments,
because the numbers may be bad. The numbers may be bad. They might get blown out in some of these games. The numbers could be ugly.
Well, if you're getting blown out and your record isn't good, are you still looking at top 12 quarterback performance?
I just want to from the eye test, I want to be able to say this guy passes. Like this guy passes the eye test.
He's not the problem.
He's not the problem. Yes.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
A starting point.
That's fair. Because I would say for the majority of Tua Tagovailoa's career, probably with the exception of his rookie season, maybe his second season, and then last season. Last season, it was very clear he was the problem.
Yes.
Especially at the end of the year where defenses knew he couldn't throw the ball more than 25 yards. He became the problem. The goal should be have your quarterback not be the problem. Have him be mainly the solution or at least a guy who can make things happen. And yeah, that's a solid, respectable goal. Yeah, I agree with you. Top 12 quarterback is a solid, respectable goal. The question is, can we put reasonable parameters? I'm actually going to look up who were the top 12 quarterbacks and get sort of a baseline. You've inspired my work today.
Well, I'm glad I've inspired your work. Now, again, to me, this is more about the eye test than it is about.
I don't like
that. It is about like the raw numbers, because numbers to me with quarterbacks can be incredibly misleading, as we saw with our prior quarterback, that the numbers can be very misleading, right? And you can put up big gaudy numbers, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're winning the games that you need to win, or you're making clutch plays when you need to make them. And you know what I'm talking about. You know that Tua
when you
put up monster numbers, and
when you're trailing and you get to throw, and it's stat padding. Okay, that's what you're referring to.
Yes, essentially. But again, like for me, if he passes the eye test, that's one less problem you have to deal with. If Malik Willis ends up looking like just running around all crazy and can't play the position, and
like he did early in his career.
Yeah, so we look at this guy and we're like, what the hell did we just do?
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a problem. That could be a problem, because then you have to enter next draft looking for an early first-round quarterback.
Who cares?
Well, I think
who cares?
You're going to have other holes that you're probably going to want to address.
Nah, you had 13 picks last year. You couldn't address every hole.
And it's far, but it's also far from a guarantee that whoever they would pick in the first round would be good anyway.
That's true.
Basically, you want to find out that you got this thing squared away. That would be a very ideal
squared away.
A very ideal.
Yeah, but how long have we been trying to square this thing away?
20 years.
Okay,
so
I think it's longer than 20 years.
It probably is. Whenever Dan Marino retired,
I think 26.
I don't. When did
25.
Marino retire? So it's been a minute.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So. Nevertheless, Omar, that's essentially the big part of the season for me is, well, there's two parts. I do want to see this offensive line, this reconstructed offensive line. I want to see how that looks.
It's not reconstructed, by the way.
Finally, well, whatever it is, did we finally find an offensive line that can play? And
no,
because that's one unit that we've been talking about. Quarterback and offensive line are the two things I feel like we have spent the last 20 years trying to figure out. And now I feel like they've put an investment into the offensive line. They have put an investment into the quarterback position, a guy that they think can play. I just want to see those two things materialize this year to some extent. And that would make me feel good about this season.
Okay, so 5 wins, but Malik Willis.
I don't care how many wins we get.
Okay.
I can't. You can't care about the wins.
All right.
Not in this kind of season.
I don't necessarily agree with you. I don't think the team agrees with you.
Well, of course, the team doesn't.
I know the talent base is not as extravagant. There aren't names, but it's funny that
maybe you should say maybe they'll surprise us.
Austin Jackson said something. Austin Clark. I'm sorry, not Austin Jackson. Austin Clark, the defensive line coach. He's one of my favorite coaches because I like coaches where if I hand you something, you're going to make it better in time. I don't need it to be better immediately, but 3 years from now, I want to look at it and be like, yeah, you did that. You put in that work. And that's what he's done. He's been here since Brian Flores. He was part of Mike McDaniel's tenure, and now he's a holdover for Jeff Hafley. And I respect his work. And he said something. He was like, yeah, we don't have that many names and recognizable guys, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to be, we're not, he didn't say this, he's like, Zach Sealer was not a recognizable guy a couple years ago. And now he's viewed as one of the flagship players of this franchise. And maybe there are guys like that on this team that just need some development. And coaches, their jobs are to develop players. And when I used to complain about the University of Miami, and you basically banned me from talking about the franchise because, or the school because I never said anything positive. Yes. My main complaint was that players were not developing at that program. They were not getting there and getting better and leaving NFL products. Now, I think the main thing that Mario Cristobal is doing and achieving is player development. Like Malachi Toney, he was probably, you said something yesterday I wanted to to challenge because you called Ruben Bain
Oh,
the top player on the Hurricanes last year, and I would argue to you that Malachi Toney was the top player.
well, I
on the
said he was
Hurricanes.
one of the best players, if not the best player in the playoff. Not necessarily on the Hurricanes. I see he was in the playoff.
Okay,
He was, though. I mean, there were few players that were as dominant in the playoff as Ruben Bain was.
true, that's fair.
And yes, Malachi was clearly very, very big piece to the offensive puzzle. I think the run game for Miami, you could make the argument was equally as important, right? In a lot of those games, I thought Mark Fletcher was a very key piece for them. I mean, we can get into that with Donno, but I'm with you. I do obviously think Malachi is a rare talent.
But the point I was making is I now expect Malachi to be a different player, a more developed, a more polished player than he was last season. Obviously, he's going to face double coverages and a lot of focus and a lot of cloud coverages. And the Hurricanes are going to have to get creative about how they utilize him and how they free him up, kind of like, Tyreek Hill. But the confidence that I have is that they will be able to do it. Whereas I didn't have that confidence in past regimes, the Al Golden years, the Randy Shanny years. I did have it a little bit in the Mark Richt years and then the Manny Diaz years. Those are a lot of years, by the way. You know that?
Yes. A
lot of years of mediocrity.
I know. I did the post-game show for most of those.
Yeah. Well, didn't you love the Al Golden years?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That guy, when he sees me, he still scowls at me.
Al Golden?
Yeah.
Wow. Al Golden, by the way, in fairness to Al Golden, the nicest guy you'll ever come across.
Not to me.
I mean, I don't know what you did to him, but
I was one of the first people who called him a fraud on radio.
Well, I mean, he's
a used car salesman.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had that to him a little bit.
Yeah.
But as nice a guy as you'll ever meet. I mean, didn't have a bad bone in his body. He was great to us. I don't know. Manny Diaz was great to us. But look, a lot of things have changed at UM. A lot of things have changed over there as far as their commitment to athletics and, that. But that's, again, a conversation for another moment here. Omar, I want to keep with the Dolphin stuff. And I know people are weighing in here this morning. Everyone's a little happy that we got our guy, man. We got Devon Achan signed. And he will be here for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
2 years at least.
786 says the two guys on a Westwood One sports talk show for your program don't see Malik Willis as a franchise quarterback. If that turns out to be true, John Eric Sullivan made a $14 million mistake.
Why would that be a $14 million mistake? One, Malik Willis is making more than $14 million. He's making 22.5 for the next 2 years.
Yeah, and by the way, guys,
and honestly,
I don't know what they said on the show before us. I
heard a little bit of it.
But
Nobody in the NFL, and let me make this clear. Absolutely nobody in the NFL knows what Malik Willis is going to be and what he's going to do.
Thank you, man. I mean, that's the thing. I get that they got to make, hot takes and whatever, but these are not takes that are based on, I don't want to say they're not educated takes, but they're not educated takes. They have no idea what they're talking about. Nobody knows what they're talking about with this guy.
If anybody would know or have some direction, you'd have to believe it would be the brass at the Dolphins because they've been around him more than anyone else.
That is true, but I think they have admitted that they have no idea what they're going to get.
Yeah, I don't think they know 100%.
They have admitted they have no idea what they're going to get. They think they know what they're going to get, but
no idea, I think, is a little strong.
Nah, they've admitted.
I don't think they just threw money at a guy or like, I'll hope for the best.
No, they threw money at him because he was the best solution based on their options.
But that's not true, though. He wasn't the best solution based on their options if they had no idea.
Who was the better solution?
I believe that they know what they're doing. And they, and again, it's not 100%. I think there's a lot of
I've been here long enough. I've done this job long enough. Most of these executives in the NFL, they're just making things up. They're just making things up, throwing it against the wall.
Well, here's one thing I can tell you. If Malik is not the guy and he has a disaster season and he does not pass the eye test, it'd be a very rough blemish for the new Dolphins front office. That I can tell you for sure. So I do hope that they have at least some idea that this guy can play. They wouldn't have brought him in if they didn't have some idea that he could play. And I know that there's a lot of unknown with him still because he's young and this and that, but I do believe that they have some knowledge of whether or not this guy can play because There were other options. Like, don't act like they were looking for a
What other
warm
options?
body.
Hold on. What other options were
There were
there?
2 other options that were real easy.
Which one? Name them.
One would be Tua.
No, that wasn't an option. You
Of course
couldn't come
it was
back
an
with that.
option.
No,
Of
it
course
wasn't.
it was an option.
You couldn't come back with that.
Don't tell me it wasn't an option.
You
They're paying him. They're paying him to play somewhere else.
Okay.
Of course it was an option.
All right.
And then Quinn Ewers on your roster.
Quinn Ewers.
Just play
okay.
Quinn Ewers if you think
Neither of those options were
if you don't
realistic
think Malik
options.
Willis can play, why would you bring the guy in?
Because he's
Just for fun?
Ty Simpson
Because
was
he's a
an
nice
option.
guy? Yeah. There were options, Omar. Don't act like there were no options. This is on these
It's
guys.
good.
If they make this mistake, it's on them. This doesn't work out.
I'm sorry.
That's strike 1.
Strike
and
2,
maybe
actually.
strike 2.
Yeah, it's strike 2.
Why?
Yeah, but the
They
good
passed
thing
on
is-
Ruben Bain?
That's correct.
If Malik Willis doesn't work out, then they can just turn around in the next draft and say, okay, didn't work out, terrible. Let's find our guy.
That's correct.
So it's kind of a win-win for them. They're playing a little double Dutch.
I'm a little disappointed that they didn't draft a quarterback.
I will be
in the last draft.
I will be very down on these 2 gentlemen if this guy cannot play. I will be very disappointed.
There's no.
That's all I got to say, man. They will be off to a bad start with me. All right, Omar, we got to take a pause. We got a lot of stuff going on. The schedule pops out tonight. We have the Dolphins' home opponents. We have the away opponents. We shall find out where they will play. Omar's going to Vegas this year. How about that, Omar? We'll send you out to Vegas. You be on your best behavior out there, all right? I'm now kind of curious what your travel plans are for that one, but
I'm not like you, man. Vegas doesn't turn me up like that.
I know you're not a Vegas guy. I know you. We'll find out which trips Omar is looking forward to as we continue on here. Donno's going to join us at 8:00 this morning. So Donno's got a little something with his kid at school, and he's going to join us at 8. So we'll get into some stuff with him as well. We got a lot going on, man. Messi with the hat trick. Someone said Kyler Murray was an option.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Kyler Murray is faster too. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
Hey, Marlin fans, the Marlins will be home next Monday to take on the Atlanta Braves in a 4-game series leading the National League East. But, hey, right now the Marlins got some hot hitters on this team. Liam Hicks has been on fire. Fans, don't forget, the Marlins will be coming back home Monday to take on the Atlanta Braves in a 4-game series followed by the New York Mets. Make sure you get your tickets. Going to be great seats for the National League East teams, both coming into town. Go to marlins.com/tickets. Hope to see you out there. Marlins playing some great baseball.
to New Amsterdam. Down at this yellow-haired girl, Mr. Jones strikes up a call.
Welcome back in here on QAM. Dan Day with little Mr. Jones. Counting Crows, right? There you go. Omar Kelly is with us. I'm Hollywood. Hope all are having a good week out there, man. We made it to Thursday here. And
Nobody's having as good a week as Devon Achan.
Yeah, man. Good for him. Good for him. He deserves it. Handled his stuff the right way. Omar, you're out there with him more than I am, but seems to be a good dude who handles his business the right way. So happy for him this morning here. Good to see that happen. A unanimous good to see that happen, by the way, with our Dolphins fan base here. I think people are joking if they're like find a negative spin to it.
I can provide you that negative spin.
Yeah, I'm sure you can, but we'll keep it positive. For once, let's keep it positive.
Okay, you don't want to hear?
Whatever. Go ahead.
Okay.
What could be? What's bad? What did we f up here, Omar?
Well, you basically did what you did during the Tua era, which is you paid a guy market value, premium price for. I would say he'd probably given you 2 good seasons, which Tua had given you 2 good seasons as well before you paid him market value.
I don't like the comparison. All right.
Why don't you like the comparison?
Because I think the jury was still out on Tua as to whether he could. Now, he had injury issues.
At one point, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the game. I mean, at one point, he was going up with Lamar Jackson into that Baltimore game in 2023, and winner was taking the AFC East division and number 1 seed and probably the MVP trophy of the NFL.
I just don't like the comparison because here's the thing. I know Devon Achan is really good.
Okay.
There's no doubt.
Tua was one of.
Nobody will debate that with you this morning. There's not one person out there in Dolphin fan land.
Okay. That's fair.
That will text in this morning or call in or whatever this morning and say, I'm not so sure Devon Achan can play. I don't know that he's the guy.
I can tell you that the same criticism that everybody made about Tua, which is he didn't do it against any elite team, can be said and made about Devon Achan, considering they both played.
Fair.
So now, obviously, a running back is.
I think a running back has a little less control over things than the quarterback does.
True, but he gets the ball more than anybody else. And Achan is, I mean, we're talking about 1,800 yards last year. We're talking about the leading receiver on the team for like the last 2 years. Receiver in terms of catches.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think there's any question that he can play. And I think that this was a very critical signing for a team that needs someone to help their new quarterback out.
Yeah, no, very true.
So I'm very pleased with this. I think this is something that needed to get done. I do think you agree with that this needed to get done. And
I could have waited. Now
it's okay. We don't need to wait. We don't need more talking points for you guys. For this guy holding out or standing on the sideline disgruntled or holding in. Yeah, disgruntled. Like no more disgruntled. We just want to play.
No more disgruntled players.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we get the schedule tonight. So the schedule.
I mean, no more disgruntled players. That means you're just going to pay everybody, right? Because next in line is Jordan Brooks or Aaron Brewer.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're pay them too.
One problem at a time. All right.
One problem.
We solve one problem at a time. We got the schedule released tonight. Speaking of banging out a problem here, we'll find out where the Dolphins are, when the Dolphins are heading. We know where they're going. The away opponents will be the Bills, the Patriots, the Jets, obviously, the Broncos, Raiders, Packers, Vikings, and Colts, and 49ers.
Yeah.
Will be your trips this year. San Francisco is actually farther than Mexico, Omar, so you'll be heading out.
I know. I'm not getting my Mexico trip. I'm a little disappointed about that.
Yeah. You would have had a nice time out there. You do get Vegas. I know you don't like Vegas because you're weird. You get Denver. Do you dislike Denver too?
I don't like gambling and prostitution. Like so,
there is no prostitution in Las Vegas. I promise you that. You will not be bothered.
There's brothels.
Yeah, in the middle of the desert, dude. You will not be bothered by prostitutes in Vegas. I promise you. I've just recently there.
Don't like shows.
I love Vegas. Well, yes, you do like shows. I know you like shows. You go to concerts.
I
all the
like
time.
concerts. I don't like shows. I don't like.
Well, I'm sure there'll be someone there that you like that'll be doing a residency, and we'll get you tickets.
That's true. That's
yeah.
true.
I wouldn't
do
worry
like
about
residencies.
them approaching you on the Vegas Strip on Las Vegas Boulevard. I don't think that's something you need to worry about. Denver is very cool. I love Colorado.
That's
one of
actually
my
the trip
places.
I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, one of
I
my
hope
favorite
I hope it's
places.
when it's snow so I can go snowing. Go
snowing?
snowboarding.
You're gonna go snowboarding?
I've actually been snowboarding before. I tore my
I was gonna say you're gonna.
I tore my MCL.
You're gonna come back severely injured. My snowboarding days, and I used to love it. I didn't go as a kid. We picked it up and we started going in college and loved it. Just loved it. I am, to be quite honest, I'm afraid at this stage in my life to do it.
You're probably right. I tore my MCL. My brother tore his Achilles.
Everybody I know that still does these things, they get hurt out there, and I have lower back problems, and I don't like. I can see myself falling off the lift, like when you get to the end and you got to slide down. It's real icy over there, and you get to the end of the lift, and it's like I just see myself falling and not being able to get up, and I don't want to get taken down in that snowmobile like stretcher thing.
Oh, that's your goal.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah,
very, very embarrassing. Maybe someday I will get back out there. My kids really want to do it, so maybe someday. But right for now, Omar, I like to try to avoid activities that can get me severely injured.
Yeah,
because I just I don't have the time right now to be injured. I don't have the time for an ACL or Achilles rehab at the moment.
Yeah, no,
I don't have the time on my hands.
I've got a great story about that. I tore my MCL.
Mm-hmm.
Snowboarding.
Yeah, hey man, listen, something to be ashamed of. That's why all Dr. Whatever that Dr. Knee Doctor is in Vail. That's where his office is.
Okay,
because everyone gets hurt there.
Yes. And I didn't know it, and so I'm struggling for a while. I eventually go get looked at. They eventually plan surgery. It's going to be just a scope. They started with just a scope. I have the procedure. I literally had the procedure. And I asked the doctor beforehand because I had a Cancun trip planned. And I'm like, will I be able to go on this Cancun trip
after spring break?
No,
Cancun? Is that where they do MTV spring break?
Senior trip? What are you doing, man?
Yeah, I wanted to see Cancun, so I went.
So you went to MTV.
It was a family trip
in Cancun. Okay.
You going to Senior Frogs, getting buckets of beer and wet willies or something?
I wanted to see the Mayan temples, sir.
All right,
Chichen Itza. Yeah.
So continue with the story.
So I'm so literally. I asked the doctor, am I going to be okay to go on this trip on vacation? He's like, oh yeah, no problem. Just a knee brace and you'll be fine. Literally, I have the procedure. No doctor comes and talks to me post-surgery. I go on this trip. I can barely walk. I'm in a cane, more than a brace. Literally, I probably need to be on crutches.
Yeah.
I come back for my follow-up after the trip, and the doctor's like, yeah, while we were in there, we noticed that you had an MCL tear, so we just repaired that as well.
Wow.
And you're going to need 3 months of rehab. This is something that you tell me. It's like you couldn't tell me this after doing the procedure. You tell me this like a week later.
Sounds like you saw Dr. Nick from The Simpsons or something.
It's not like
you just fix it up while he's in there.
Yeah. No, but that truly is what they do with knees. And they open it up. They can't MRI it or scan it and see exactly what's going on. But when they open it up, they'll see and then they'll fix. But it would have been nice if he told me that I had this major procedure when I was just going in there for what I thought was a knee scope.
Yeah, that would be somewhat a professional courtesy. Now that you've woken up from anesthesia and you're getting ready for your life, you and yours, you just had a major surgery, and since you're leaving town, you might
want to reconsider. Yeah.
Have you ever had a major injury like that, Dan?
As far as my knee is concerned?
Anything like any severe, like an Achilles or a knee or anything like that needed like a significant rehab?
Yeah, I got hit on my bicycle by a car one time, and I had a couple fractures in my knee. Jeez. And it's kind of the same thing, Omar. Like the doctor came in and was like, yeah, just call me. We'll look it up and we'll see what happens. And then the doctor was like, no, you'll heal naturally. Just walk around on it. And that was it. Like, I was like, can you give me advice? And then like, I went back for a checkup. That's when like, oh yeah, you're going to have to go to physical therapy for like months, bro. I was like, okay, tell me this immediately. Don't sit there and just act like nothing happened. I got hit by a car.
I don't mean to laugh, but Omar laughed and it's making me laugh now.
I didn't laugh.
Dan, this is so sad. Like,
oh, okay, I did laugh when you said
did.
you got hit by a car.
This really is
okay,
sad.
my bad, Dad. Like I have hit somebody with a car too. By the way,
all right. We're gonna get in trouble here.
Not one of my proudest moments.
We're gonna take a pause. Yeah. Omar's gonna end up in jail here. They're gonna open up an old case. Omar's one of those like hit and run people. All right, we got to take a pause. I don't know. We're gonna recover from this. The NBA playoffs are going on. There's a lot of NFL news. Yikes.
You want to know what the schedule looks like? I hate schedule day, by the way.
I love schedule day. It's giving us something to do tonight. There's no NBA, by the way.
Why can't we? The NBA said they didn't want to go up against schedule day
tonight. The NBA is going to roll with a doubleheader on Friday.
Yeah.
We're going to take a pause. Alex Donno is going to join us at 8:00 this morning, so a lot more to get to here on QAM.
But right now, I want to talk about some other things, like some things we don't like to talk about.
Beaver to get your Thursday morning going. He may be touring soon, by the way. For anyone who cares,
Tickets are going to cost $1 billion, man.
Do we remember when he lost his voice or something like that? He couldn't sing anymore.
He had something went on with him. He had something go.
I think something's still
wrong.
going on with him.
I think you might be thinking though of Justin Timberlake.
No,
Justin Timberlake had like Lyme disease or something.
You heard his old lady's going to leave him if he doesn't straighten up.
I saw that.
She publicly called him out. Like, whoa.
You see that when your heroes end up getting DUIs and stuff, it hurts, man.
She says he's a way too much. He's not being a father. He's a public embarrassment.
Yeah.
If he doesn't straighten out and go to therapy and get his life together, it's Blake Lively, right?
That would be Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Sorry.
He is married to Jessica Biel.
Okay, yeah.
Jessica Biel. You have your hot
and
hot
she
women
called him out.
mixed up there.
Hold on. Wait.
Publicly.
She did. I actually saw this story. Now, I don't know what of this stuff is true. It very well may not be. I don't know what's true. But yeah, that happened.
Hold on, wait a minute. How did she call him out publicly? I'm very curious about this story now.
You got to just read it, but I mean, it's not really like in our wheelhouse for this show, but
like she in an interview,
basically, somewhere or other, there was a story that came out where she was like very upset. Sources tell us.
Oh no. Sources tell us.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Sources
sources
tell us weekly.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was one of those deals. But anyway, this was kind of fun. I was walking through here, and one of the hosts. I don't say which one, just because I don't know if he wants.
Can I guess?
No. But anyway, he goes. I'm like walking through, and he's wearing a nice shirt today. He's all dressed up. I'm like, oh, you're looking nice today, and he's like, people are being nice to me here all of a sudden for no reason. He goes, you want to hear this? My friend, I haven't heard from this guy in forever. And he texted me the other day, and I was so excited.
Sounds like a
caught
Joe
up
Rose
with
story.
this guy. It basically is a Joe Rose story.
Yeah.
So I guess this happens to everyone around here. But he goes, this guy texted me. I haven't heard from him in forever, and I was so excited about it. And then he asked me for World Cup tickets.
Yeah. Okay.
And I go, man, that sucks. That's
a tough life.
That stings. That's I felt bad because he was all excited about it.
Can I make an admission to you?
Yeah,
and obviously
whatever
the
you
airwaves.
Want. What, you have World Cup tickets?
And Dan Day. Yeah,
we know you have World Cup. You already told us this a week ago. You told us your brother or something.
But
I didn't know you had a brother until you told us the story. So.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, I don't feel worthy to go. Like,
it's not that big a deal, man.
It's not?
I don't think so. I mean, for me, it's not. Like, I'm sure that there's soccer fans out there that this is their holy grail of events. I will tell you that the ticket prices are plummeting from what they were. Like, I
from a car mortgage from a house mortgage to a car mortgage.
Here's the thing, Dan, you could probably be better than this that I would, but isn't there's like a match here like Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde or something like that? Like,
yeah, it's Uruguay, Cape Verde, or however you want to Cabo Verde.
But there's a really bad match.
That's the one.
Teams that like I don't know who people root for, but I can't imagine there's massive fan bases for those two programs here.
I don't think there's a massive population in Cabo Verde.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never, to be quite honest,
Cape Verde.
heard of it.
It's the women are beautiful.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Probably in my opinion.
Hopefully, that's the match you're going to then.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
But
really doesn't matter to me.
I can't imagine that the tickets are going to be like there's going to be thousands and thousands of people fighting over those.
Here's what I will tell you,
but I don't know.
I am. I'm at the Dolphins facility all the time, and for the record, I don't like to call it Miami Gardens. I call it Carroll City because that's where I'm from.
That's fair.
The chief pride is still alive in me.
I can live with that. Go ahead.
Okay. They're putting up new fences around the stadium and the facility. And these are not like your chain link fences. These are like fences that you cannot climb. These are like fences.
What do you mean they're fences you cannot climb? Like, are they're painting them with grease?
No, they're black and they're metallic. And you know how you could climb a chain link fence?
Yeah.
This is just bars. This is like
so like a prison fence.
Yes, like a prison fence.
So you can't escape or get in.
Correct.
Okay.
And they're doing it like around the entire facility.
Okay.
And
Is
so
that necessary?
I guess for the World Cup, considering they destroyed what match was it that they destroyed the stadium and were climbing in
I
air ducts?
Don't remember.
It was CONMEBOL championship.
The
Yeah.
what championship?
CONMEBOL between Colombia and Argentina.
Okay.
So you know, Boss Ross is all about spending money.
This is FIFA though.
I know, but it's his
This
stadium.
has nothing to do with Hard Rock Stadium, as far as I can tell. Like, they can't even use the name Hard Rock Stadium. You
I
know
understand that, but it's for his facility, and so I'm sure it's going to benefit him in F1 and all those things where all those other events.
I don't want to claim to know a ton about the World Cup. I'm sure it's cool that it's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll end up at one of the matches. If the tickets got down to the $50 range, I would take my son.
Are you crazy?
I have no idea what they're going to be.
No, they're not going to be $50.
I just don't see myself shelling out a few $100.
There are people who are coming from
Cape Verde play soccer.
There are people who this is their life goal.
Oh, I've seen that. I have
to
seen
go
that people
to
are,
any of the World Cup matches.
I've seen the stories about people overseas are taking out massive credit card debts to come to this thing. I've seen the stories.
Yeah, I mean
that it's that big of a deal. I get it. Hey, the Super Bowl is like that for people here.
Yeah,
I get it. I completely understand the desire to go to these events. Soccer is just not my sport.
Mm-hmm.
And if to be quite honest, I'd probably rather just go see Messi play at the stadium here than I would to see. Do you know a lot of people on the Cape Verde team?
No.
Do you know anyone on the Saudi Arabian team?
No.
Okay.
I mean, but it's still a World Cup.
I probably
event.
couldn't name a World Cup player outside of Messi. Is Ronaldo still? Does he still play? Is he on Portugal? He's out of the. He's out.
Yeah, he's playing.
He must be playing, right?
I mean, you got to know like Christian Pulisic and stuff like that.
I know him. I know him from the USA team. What about Josie Altidore? Is he still with the team? Or Landon Donovan? Landon Donovan is still the captain, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
David Beckham's still playing with England. You know?
Don't they have the coach's son, Bradley? Right? He's still on the. Is he still on the team? So look,
I think you're going to anger a lot of people.
Yeah,
today.
I know. I'm just messing around, but I will tell you, as far as the USA soccer goes, I do enjoy watching the women's team far more than the men's team. The women's team's really good, or at least they have been. I probably not
remember
up with
when
it the way I should, but
triple espresso.
Remember when we would watch what was it? Well, those were World Cup matches.
The Women's World Cup?
No. The Women's World Cup and the Men's World Cup. Remember when we used to chant, I believe in USA? We'd go to like events and soccer watching events. And
that's the thing with
we'd
the
wear
World
like
Cup.
American jerseys.
Yeah, soccer will become very popular for like the 2 months that the World Cup's going on. And then it will have its drop off again. And so like someone said, don't ever compare the Super Bowl with the World Cup. Hey man, to each his own.
Well,
like I understand the World Cup's a big deal.
Every 4 years it's bigger. I
get it.
Remember when we used to think the Olympics were big as kids?
The Olympics still are big to a lot of people.
Not really. Nobody watches them anymore.
I wouldn't say nobody. They did pretty well.
I sit up all hours of the night watching it.
Yeah, you're a weird dude, Dan. You like a lot of weird things.
Man, if you love the World Cup and you
probably watch curling during the Winter Olympics too.
I mean, it's on TV, but yeah,
I happen to like the Winter Olympics. I do like the Winter.
I love the Winter Olympics,
but I'm into those sports. So anyway, Omar,
but you won't go skiing.
Before we derail here, we're going to take a pause. We have the 7 o'clock hour coming up here. Alex Donno is going to join us, and we will continue the football talk as Devon Achan becomes the third highest paid running back in the NFL, gets his deal done. We got the schedule about to come out. We had the defensive coaches talk yesterday. Omar hasn't even filled us in on what took place yesterday at the training facility, so we will take a pause. We'll get to all that when we return. The 7 o'clock hour is next.
I do want to take a moment to tell you
Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us, Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Dolphins have made Devon Achan the league's third highest paid running back, 4 years, $64 million deal. $32 million is guaranteed. Max Meyer struck out 9. Marlins, they rolled the Twins 9-5. Rubber match today at 1:40. Robbie Snelling will not pitch due to a UCL sprain. Messi had a part in 3 goals, led Miami to a 5-3 win over FC Cincinnati. Tonight at 7:30, the NFL will have its official schedule release for 2026. Canes baseball team begin a 3-game series against 11th-ranked Florida State. That is going to be this evening at 6 o'clock. And the Heat are apparently in somewhat collaborative talks with Norman Powell, who is a free agent, about getting him back here to South Florida. This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Partially cloudy skies, slight chance of rain, temperatures in the high 80s. I am Dan Day. Now back to the Joe Rose Show here on 104.3 FM WQAM.
This hour of the Joe Rose Show is brought to you by Baptist Health.
Good morning. Welcome back in here on QAM. Thank you to Dan Day for the update there. I am Hollywood. Omar Kelly is with us. Alex Donno will join us at 8 o'clock. Texter from the 609 says, I'd rather have tickets for the Omar and Crowder fight than the World Cup. Me too, my friend. Me too. We got a lot of news coming out here yesterday. Busy day yesterday. Messi scored 3. As you heard Dan Day say, the Marlins got their bats going. They were winners yesterday. We had the Cavs come back late, 9-0 run to force overtime. Then they beat the Pistons in OT, 117-103. That series will head back to Cleveland for a decisive Game 6 there to see if the Cavs can finish that one off. And I was
telling you the other day. I was telling you earlier today. You know, Detroit and Cleveland is like a 2-hour car ride.
Yeah, you were telling me that. I don't know if that's true or not. I'd take your word for it. But
I lived in Detroit, so.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Lived in
I
Detroit
learned
for a
something
summer.
new about you every day, Omar. But even with Eminem and 50 Cent sitting courtside, they couldn't get it done last night. So the Pistons lose that one. Both games are on Friday, by the way. The Wolves and Spurs on Friday. The Pistons and Cavs on Friday, because we have the NFL schedule release tonight, and we have blocked off 2 hours on television. It'll be the only thing on, Omar.
And the NBA just basically said, you know what,
we'll bold enough to compete with the NFL. Nobody has the basketballs to compete with the NFL, and they shouldn't. It'd be a misstep by the NBA to try and compete with the NFL schedule release, because I think people want to know. For me, it's kind of a whatever.
Yeah. I don't know what you talk about for 2 hours.
I mean, like, we know the home and away opponents. I'm more intrigued to see the social media videos that these teams put out, because that's where this has really gotten very creative. So if you're not really a social media person, I suggest you find a way to check out some of those schedule release videos, because they do tend to be funny. The Chargers usually put out one that takes swipes at everyone. Like, they took a swipe at McDaniel last year. Vaping. Yeah.
Not last year. That was 2 years ago.
But whatever it was.
They took a swipe at.
Take a swipe at Vrabel.
Yeah.
If anyone takes a swipe at Vrabel this year, that'll be interesting. You said that the NFL might be banned from doing that.
Yeah, I think the NFL pretty much
too
basically
sensitive.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if anyone takes a swipe there. The Dolphins, their opponents again are set. Like, their home opponents this year are going to be the divisional teams, obviously the Bills, the Patriots, Jets. You get the Chiefs at home, which should be fun. The Chargers at home, which is interesting for obvious reasons. The Bengals, Bears, and Lions, plus one additional AFC team to be added onto there. Omar, you get the Bills, Pats, Jets on the road, Broncos, Raiders, Packers, Vikings, Colts, and Niners on the road. So Omar gets to go to some cool places this year.
I'm going to Indianapolis again.
Yeah, you're going to Indy, and you're going to Green Bay.
Ugh.
I may join you on that one, Omar.
No, you don't.
I may join you on that one.
Stop.
My best friend from school lives in Milwaukee. We may.
That's
join
a
you for
hell
that
of a
one.
drive.
I was going to say, what a drive.
They got a bus. They got a bus that takes you over there. Apparently,
do they?
From Milwaukee. Yes. Okay. It's one of those stadiums that I would like to see at some point. I think it's one of those
to
that
stay
you
in
need
Appleton.
to see.
Don't listen.
No one's going to feel bad for you that you get to go to Lambeau to watch the Dolphins play and get paid to do it. So I don't think anyone's going to feel bad for you here this morning.
I'm just telling you, it's not the place to go. That Green Bay is not the trip to make.
Vegas is on there.
Yeah,
and you don't like Vegas either.
They're so no. We
got to find
make
place
the trip
you like,
to Vegas.
Omar.
Make the trip to Vegas. I'm looking forward to the Denver trip.
The thing with Vegas is I don't want to go to Vegas to see a football game. I love Vegas, and
that might be the only stadium I haven't been to.
Yeah, I don't need to like spend a day in Vegas going to a football game. Like if I'm in Vegas, I just probably would rather enjoy the other festivities that they have going on there. But I do understand why that is.
What are these festivities?
Very good. I'll guide you, Omar. I'll tell you some things I like. I don't know that you'll like them necessarily, but
I remember
I will try to make Vegas a more enjoyable experience.
I skydove in Vegas. I went to the canyon.
The Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I saw a show.
What about Fremont Street?
Is that where the old Vegas is?
That's like downtown.
Yeah, I mean, I walked the whole strip and went to the old Vegas and the new Vegas. I'm sorry, it wasn't for me. I like parties, but I could do that here. I did enjoy the Vegas parties, but it's like doing it here. And actually, they close at 2:00 in Vegas, where here, you can go all night.
Yeah, Vegas shuts down like promptly at 2, Dan. I don't know if you've been to Vegas recently, but it just Ghost Town USA at 2, like just shuts down.
New York does too as well. Every place. Vegas. LA. I was surprised at that. LA shuts down at 2:00.
Yeah.
LA shuts down at 2:00.
Not a soul out there on Las Vegas Boulevard at 2 a.m. It's like Ghost Town USA, man.
And what I love about Miami, and this is part of the reason why I love South Florida. I can't say Miami because I will admit Fort Lauderdale's popping lately. I
haven't been to downtown Fort Lauderdale in probably 20 years.
Oh, you should make it a date night because it's downtown Fort Lauderdale is where it's at right now.
I've been doing our date nights at the Hard Rock. Like that's been my spot. We actually live really close to it.
Yeah,
and usually we'll try to do it around a show. And do like dinner, a show,
concert,
concert or stand up or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Those are expensive, by the way.
What?
Most of their concerts at Hard Rock are expensive.
Yes, I've noticed. Most concerts are expensive.
No, not true. There's some concerts.
It is true.
No, some concerts I'm looking forward to going to a Wale concert because I'm a huge Wale fan. Tickets $50, and it's a nice intimate venue and in Revolution. Live.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Most concerts in larger venues now are expensive. That's the reality.
Yeah.
There's lawsuits and stuff going on, and I think what are they? I don't want to get too into it, but anyway, yes, it's expensive. But you were discussing why you don't like some of these trips here. Here's the thing: we don't have to worry about the cold weather deal anymore. At least.
Why? Why's that?
Because our quarterback isn't going to freeze.
Is cold proof?
I hope. I sure hope. Because
I'm sorry.
There are some destinations on there that I'm guessing will be late in the season that are going to be cold. Like, let's see, New York, New England, Denver, Green Bay, Minnesota's indoors.
I mean, how long have we worried about this cold thing? By the way, it wasn't just Tua, so don't act like it was.
Well, it's usually, yes, I guess the South Florida guys, I guess it's a problem, but it's usually not it shouldn't be for a pro team as big of a problem. Like I understand the college team, you go up there and, maybe the guys don't have as much experience, but the pro team too, like everyone, the pro team, the players are from all different places.
Yeah, but they live here.
They live here. And your blood gets a little
caught up in that and say, but they're from everywhere. That's not the point. The point is they live here. They practice here. They get accustomed to their lifestyle here.
It should be an advantage for those teams.
I lived in Wisconsin for a while. That doesn't mean I have thick blood for the rest of my life. I'm a Miami guy now.
But the same way the Dolphins have a big advantage here.
That's true.
When they play in the heat. Like Buffalo looked like they were going to melt.
That's true.
When they came down here.
Absolutely.
Josh Allen looked like he was dying on the sidelines.
The humidity is what gets you.
Yeah.
Here.
So everyone should have an advantage.
That's
true. But it shouldn't be a situation where we can't win in the cold.
Green Bay in December is a bigger advantage.
Green Bay when we did that Thanksgiving, walking to the stadium was painful.
Yeah.
Like as I said, you told me about it. I discovered you have to walk backwards.
Yeah, you start cry. You cry. Your eyes start watering if you don't turn around.
Yeah. So I can't even imagine being on the field for that game.
You have to admit, at the end of the season, it's a bigger home field advantage for Green Bay, and we lose our advantage as the season goes on because it gets cooler and it's not as hot. You think Green Bay's scared to come into Hard Rock Stadium in January?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, he's right. Like the only things that I look for on when the schedule comes out, I look for how many 1 p.m. games you have in September and November, September and October at home, because those are the hot months. I look for how many potential snow games the Dolphins are going to play. Obviously, I want Buffalo on the road in November and October. If I see Buffalo on the schedule on the road in November and December, I'm crying. I'm sorry. It's just an unbearable. You've never had to dig your car out of snow, so I don't want to hear your mouth if you haven't had to dig your car out of snow, or de-ice your car. Shut your mouth, because you don't know what you're talking about. Or
you're getting riled up over this.
Because I have to live this.
I know, but
people think it's not a factor.
But we deal with weather stuff here too. Like,
yeah, it rained for 15 minutes.
Speaking of which, all of a sudden it's starting to pour behind us here.
Holy crap!
I know. Yeah, the weather can be unpredictable.
I mean, in
here.
15 minutes it's going to stop. But
yes, you're probably right.
But then it's going to get like moist and muggy, and you're going to feel like a cloud is on top of your chest.
Yeah, be a little sticky.
Yeah.
By the way, Steven on the YouTube chat, yes, I know that New York doesn't shut down at 2. I know that Vegas doesn't shut down at 2. That was a little attempt at sarcasm. I would just go.
No, Vegas does shut down.
I'm going along with what Omar said.
Hold on, wait. Vegas does shut down.
I'm just trying to go along with Omar here. Vegas does not shut down at 2:00 in the morning. I don't know the last time you were there.
Okay.
Maybe you drank too much and blacked out at 2, and just like you thought that was the end.
2 is 5 for me, really. Yeah.
I don't function that late at night. Vegas, you get a little adrenaline going, but
maybe
I'm
mistaken.
They have after hour spots in Vegas.
I mean,
I assure you,
the after hour thing.
I assure you that
Vegas
Vegas will be able to service whatever it is that you're looking for, Omar.
Those are
as far as your late night entertainment. We're going to take a pause. I want to get to, we haven't even gotten to this, Omar. The defensive coaches spoke to you yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to know what they said. I want to know what our takeaways were from that. So we'll get to some of that when we come back here. Devon Achan, again, becoming the 3rd highest paid running back in the NFL. So big news coming out of
Allegedly.
The Dolphins training facility yesterday. We'll find out more about that as well. Omar is here with us today. Alex Donno will join us at 8:00. So we will continue on after this pause here on QIM.
Man, I want to talk to you about credit card debt.
moms, the hovering mom.
He's dating Juju Watkins too, isn't he?
Who's Juju Watkins?
The girl from USC basketball player.
Yeah.
Oh no! Come on, he's not.
I don't know. I don't know any of this stuff, to be quite honest. So now we're going to learn about him. That's the whole point of this. So we'll learn about him. Jaden Daniels will be on it, and Joe Flacco, who is still apparently in the league.
Who's Joe Flacco playing for now? Who did he sign with this time?
Now, here's the weird thing. So this is a press release
curious.
I'm reading directly from the NFL to press release, and it says each quarterback that's on here has their team right next to their name in parentheses. This is Jaden Daniels, Commanders, Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay Bucks, Cam Ward, Tennessee Titans. Joe Flacco does not say a team.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
I don't
perhaps
remember
he
who
is
Joe
a
Flacco
free
signed
agent.
with.
Did he? I don't. Maybe he didn't sign yet. He is what, 40? He's got to be in his 40s, right?
Didn't last year he was playing with the Browns and the Bengals, but apparently
he signed with the re-signed with the Bengal.
But that was later, like in the season, wasn't it?
Yeah. But they always like that wild card guy. Remember the first year they had Marcus Mariota, who really kind of was a man without a country and left Atlanta Falcons high and dry. So they kind of like that guy that's kind of got the insecure future, so they can kind of have that angle.
Well, we hit a new low last year when it came to searching for quarterbacks off the scrap heap when Phillip Rivers got a call. That was like a new low. And I know that like at a certain point in the season, guys start getting hurt.
Yeah.
You know, the quarterbacks start getting hurt and teams get really desperate. And Indianapolis was such a weird situation because remember how good they were?
Yeah.
They were a really good football team.
Miami's tail.
They did. Remember, we went into that game. Boy, that game was such a
overly confident.
Such a rude awakening.
Yeah.
I thought the Colts were going to be so mediocre.
Yeah.
They didn't know who their quarterback was going to be.
Remember, one guy on this show said it was a must-win for the Dolphins.
Who said that?
You.
That was a must-win, Dan.
Because you were like, look, you know, if you don't start the season off, if you don't start the season off against the team you should beat, it could really set the tone bad for a season. You were right, though.
In retrospect, that was a smart man's take.
Very smart take.
But I thought that game you went into that game. I don't know what the spread was on that game. I have no idea what, like, I feel like the spread was probably like 1 or 2 or something. Like, that was the game where it's like so many things are even. Like, we got to go in there. We got to prove we could beat these guys. Like, they're mediocre. They don't know who their quarterback's gonna be up until like late in the process.
That was
Daniel
a weird
Jones,
game.
like,
That was one of the
sneaks in and
weirder
takes the job.
games I'd ever experienced in my career.
Why? Because we got rocked?
No, not that, but they were celebrating the death of their owner, and it was a very emotion-filled day. And I'm dead serious. Like
the way that
their owner had died.
Yeah, no, I know. But the way you like celebrating the death,
they
of
were.
like
It was
sound like celebrating the life.
It wasn't a funeral. It was. You're correct. My
they were
bad.
celebrating his life.
Yes,
right?
celebrating.
They
his
weren't
life.
happy he was dead.
Yes, they were celebrating his life, and it was a weird emotional day.
I don't buy into that, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
I
was
don't
there.
buy into that. I don't care.
There were like T-shirts. I got a T-shirt.
The Dolphins lost that game because they were a bad football team. They didn't lose that game because of, the owner passing the recently. Like, that's not why they lost that game.
Peyton Manning was in the house. Every Colts legend was in the house.
That's fine. Whatever.
It was I'm telling you, it was an emotional, weird day, and the players for the Colts were
but that game wasn't some kind of weird one-off. The Dolphins stunk, and the Colts were actually really good. So that game, again, wasn't some like, they played with some crazy emotion and they upset us. Like, no, that game basically set the tone for how the season went for both of those teams. Now, the Colts,
it did.
Unfortunately, it derailed for them.
Yes, they lost their quarterback.
The Dolphins, it basically stayed pretty consistent for them since that game. So,
did it stay consistent?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, early in the season,
who would you like to open up? I'm just curious. Who would you like to open up against?
The New York Jets.
If you had your choice
New
out
York
of that
Jets.
schedule.
New York Jets.
Okay. Would they do that? Would they give
Dolphins Here's the thing, that week 2 has to be a road game because of your Bruno Mars concert that you're going to.
Mm-hmm.
So blame you and all the Bruno Mars fans out there.
The Canes must be on the road.
Okay. Canes probably on the road too.
Okay.
But I think it would be, and there are leaks out there that are saying that Miami's going to begin the season in Vegas. I never really buy into these leaks because I hate them. I think it's like, can we just wait till 8:00? But some networks do have the schedule because they're part of the partnership, and then people get it and they start leaking it and they start talking about it and they start teasing out games, and it's just annoying for me. But imagine if the Dolphins have to begin the season this season with 2 games on the road before they get a home game. That would suck. You don't think?
It sucks, especially because I think the Dolphins have an incredible home field advantage.
Yes, they do, and they never ever, and they rarely ever
seem to rarely get that.
Yes, but I think that's the NFL trying to equalize
that sideline. May be one of the hottest places on earth.
Yeah,
for anyone who sits in that area,
you're
in that sun, it is absolutely horrific. And I'm not I'm born and raised down here. Like I don't mind the heat that much.
Yeah.
That sideline, there's no air. There's direct sun.
And there's no shade.
There's no, it is brutal down there.
Yes.
I like really intense heat. So yeah, I am with you. Like if we could start off with some 1:00ers at home,
yeah,
that's a huge advantage, especially if you can get teams like Buffalo down here early, New England, Jets. I take any of these teams. Chiefs. I guess it gets warm in LA, but
I
bring Cincinnati down here. Bring Chicago down here.
I agree.
These are tough home opponents, by the way. What a tough schedule the Dolphins.
I don't buy into that home opponents crap. Like it is what it
I know
is.
you guys. Who was it? You and Perk were talking about. You don't like. You're not big on strength of schedule.
No, strength of schedule. It's hogwash. It's
not hogwash. I think you have an idea.
Hogwash.
You have an idea of what.
No,
teams
you
are going
don't,
to be
because
good.
you don't know what kind of injuries you're going to face.
Let me ask you this.
One team is going to lose their quarterback in training camp, and you don't know which team it is.
Let me ask you this.
It could be the Lions. It could be the Bears.
There's any world where the Dolphins are a better team than the Patriots?
Yes.
Okay.
In the world where the Patriots lose their starting quarterback in training camp.
Well, I mean, even last year there was a world where for 1 week the Dolphins were better than the Bills by far.
Yes,
I think both games were competitive.
But again, that to me was that home. Josh Allen looked like he was going to melt.
Yeah,
on the sideline. Like I have never seen, and I watch the Bills a lot. They're fun to watch. I've never seen Josh Allen that he looked like he wanted to tap out.
No, yeah.
And he's never like that, man. Josh Allen is like, oh, I have a concussion. Okay, let me back out on the field. He looked like he wanted to tap out of that game.
Yeah,
it was so damn hot down there. That was late in the season, wasn't it?
They openly complained. Yeah.
I
mean, it's
fair. It's a fair complaint because it is miserable.
The NFL does not want to give Miami 1 p.m. games. That's universally known. They don't want to give Miami 1 p.m. home games. They will do anything that they can to avoid it because they feel it's an unfair advantage for the opponents, unfair advantage for the Dolphins. So,
but they have no problem with giving Buffalo and other teams December and January games.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the schedule which comes out tonight. What I've been meaning to ask you about, and we'll get to this right now, is defense. We talked a lot about the offense yesterday because the offensive coaches spoke. We haven't heard much about the defense, right? I feel like a lot of talk has been centered around the offensive line because of the draft pick.
Okay.
It's been talk about Devon Achan, who just got paid yesterday because that was going to be an issue. It's
receiver
not an issue
unit, which is a complete
receiver, a question mark.
Yeah.
Although I'm kind of high on this guy from Louisville because I saw him play.
He's not going to be playing this season, though. Sorry.
Because of the knee?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think he's not going to be playing this season? Where are you getting that from?
Maybe you get him from second because he's not working. He's not training. He's rehabbing.
Back. He'll be back. He'll be fine.
Okay.
Athletes recover. He's going to recover from his knee quicker than you did.
These
guys are athletes.
These aren't quarterbacks. These are guys who actually have to cut on their knees.
He'll be back.
Stop on a dime and change directions.
He'll be fine.
It's they
have good doctors. He'll be fine.
All right.
But nevertheless, he was really good with Louisville. We saw him play.
He
beat
the snot out of UM.
Yeah, he was good. Stop with your slander.
I mean, he did. I was there at the game. I was like, holy crap, they can't stop this guy.
Whatever. The Hurricanes got the last laugh.
They were the second to last team.
They were the second to last team standing. Who cares? They got the last on. But no, but it's been all the talk's been around the offense, and then of course you have a new quarterback in Malik Willis. So there's been so much talk around the offense, just very little about the defense. What can you tell us about the defensive unit? What was said yesterday? What are the expectations? What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses?
As I wrote in the Miami Herald column, I think this season begins and ends with this Dolphins team's defensive ability to stop the run. The problem that you have there is you've got a young cast of second-year defensive linemen who last year they threw them into the fire, and those guys got burned, especially early.
Mm-hmm.
Teams got to the point where I believe Cleveland was a perfect example. Cleveland didn't even want to throw the ball. They were like, screw that. We don't have to throw the ball. We can just run at the Miami Dolphins. They were running on fourth down, and converting, and that's how you got that embarrassing loss. Well, the hope is that they take the major jump, and Kenneth Grant, Jordan Phillips, Zeke Biggers, they take a major jump this season. But the bigger issue is you've got no edge setters on this team. You've got no defensive linemen who are actually good against the run, to the point where Chop Robinson, who is a disaster at it, is your most seasoned, experienced, and only hope, really, that you're going to be successful at setting the edges. And he was like, the 89th best edge setter, defensive end, out of like 119 eligible players against the run. So, and then something I discovered yesterday, Josh Uche, who's probably going to be viewed as the second starting pass rusher. Do you realize he's like 227 pounds? I didn't even know that.
I didn't have my scale out. I'm learning from you.
Yeah, he is listed at 6'3", 226 pounds. Jordan Brooks is bigger than him. So that's going to be fun. And you need somebody to step up and basically set the edges of the defense. And if you don't have that, you're going to be a tragically bad defense. And last year, only 6 teams were worse than them at stopping the run. So, there's nothing but room to go up from here.
Yep. Just another reason why this Proctor pick better work. Because there was a guy.
There was a guy who was there who could set the edge.
Yeah. So
yes, which is why strike one against.
No.
No, it's got to be a strike.
That's very unfair. No strikes.
No, yes, it's got to be a strike.
No way, man. The count is empty here.
The count is empty.
No. I'm not calling a strike yet. Let's see the guy play first.
It was there for you.
Yeah. So here's my things with these guys. All right. So strike one would be if this Proctor thing doesn't work and Bain ends up being a beast, which he probably will be. So Proctor works. Okay. That's fine. We'll call it a ball. If the Malik Willis thing doesn't work, you might be down in the count 0-2. I mean, that would be
2 strikes.
That might
two
be
strikes
2 strikes. You screw up on the quarterback thing.
Okay.
I can't go through this quarterback thing too much longer, man.
I got to tell you, 20 years.
I got beat up.
26 years.
Me and Joe, like last season was rough, man. That was not fun to go through the
quarterback
Tua
lost
thing.
his arm.
That was not fun to go through the Tua thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he lost his arm. I don't know what happened.
He lost his arm. Trust me. He lost.
I guess we'll find out when he takes the field
opposing
with the Falcons.
defense,
I assume he'll be their starter.
Opposing defenses knew that Tua couldn't throw the ball 40 yards. So they never backed up past 40 yards.
What they did, remember when he tried to throw that Hail Mary?
And they did. Remember when they were telling you he was throwing deep passes because they were like punts?
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to.
You don't want to relive that?
Road. Yeah, they just throw it up. Yeah.
You don't want to relive that game where they were like, oh, yeah, we're just telling them to throw it up like because it's like a punt.
Not particularly. Man, it's hey, listen. These guys have a fresh count here.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to wait to judge. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic here because you have to be. If you're not going to be optimistic right now that they got it right, that they hired the right people, when are you going to be optimistic? And I have nothing to base that on. These guys could be geniuses or they could be morons. I have absolutely no clue. We're going to find out pretty soon, though.
Yes, we are. I'm actually going to be there Tuesday. I'm going to see Malik Willis in action. I'm going to be one of the rare individuals who get to see Malik Willis throw the football. Yes, in a Dolphins jersey,
Wow.
2 Dolphins receivers. So I'm excited because I don't know what to expect.
Maybe I should join you out there. Do a
You
little
can.
scouting. Maybe
Actually,
I'll do a little
yes.
advanced scouting.
That would be some good.
I know. Usually, I only like to go down to UM to do the scouting, and I'll watch Darius Mensah sling it around. He looked really good, by the way.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's gonna be good.
He's got an arm.
Yeah. He's good. He's gonna be really good. Their offense is loaded. We'll talk to Donno in about 20 minutes from now. He's going to join us, the host of the Locked On Canes podcast, join us for a few hours here, so we can get into that. But yeah, man, maybe we have the quarterback position figured out here in South Florida on both levels, right? Miami's got it figured out for the last 2 years.
Maybe Mensah
Cam
will be
Ward
Miami
is going to be on
Dolphins'
quarterback. Who?
Maybe Mensah is going to be Miami's next quarterback.
Who knows? Yeah. You know what I've learned though too about this quarterback draft thing is it's never how it seems in the beginning. Like now, this time last year,
mm-hmm.
If you recall,
they were like
asking Arch Manning. This was wild.
Yeah.
So you have people like, and maybe it was a little further on in the process, but whatever. So they had people talking about Arch Manning, Paul Feinbaum included,
mm-hmm.
Saying that Arch Manning is the best college player since Tim Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
Best college quarterback since and Tim Tebow. For me, and I don't want to go do this debate today because I always get jumped for this. Tim Tebow is the best college player that I'm 40 now, so you got to base this on like my age.
Yeah,
he was the best individual college player that I ever saw.
I'm going with Reggie Bush, but go ahead.
Continue. That's fine. That's fine. Reggie Bush, I absolutely would put Reggie Bush in that category. Tim Tebow just like he did something that. I don't know, like they lost that game and he gave that speech,
mm-hmm.
and my God, did he back it up?
Yeah.
And I hated every second of it because I could not stand the Florida Gators.
I can't stand Florida Gators either.
But damn, Tim Tebow was good.
Yeah.
And boy, did he stink in the NFL, but he still won a playoff game.
Dolphins haven't.
Tim Tebow has won a playoff game in the NFL during this Dolphins drought.
Mm-hmm.
That's how sick this drought is.
We celebrated him. There was a Tim Tebow day.
I remember. We had to sell tickets one way or another.
I mean, he won a game too. He won the game.
Oh,
in the fourth quarter.
He did.
Yeah.
Hey man, look, some guys are just winners.
They are.
And that's why this JJ McCarthy thing in Minnesota is kind of weird too, because he's struggling. He might not be the guy. They might have completely botched that thing with Sam Darnold. JJ McCarthy didn't lose a game from high school on.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody thought he was really dope in the draft process. But
Minnesota did.
They got Kyler Murray, so they're all good.
Yeah, well,
that's going to make it better.
I don't know, baby Tua.
Kyler Murray,
fast Tua.
Nah,
quick shifty Tua.
I don't think he's Tua, but I think there's only one
Tua with a worse attitude. It seems like too. All right, we got to take a pause here. We have more to get to. Someone just texted in, you guys are my therapy. I'm getting PTSD talking about Tua. I don't want to bring Tua up. I feel like sometimes it's just like he's top of mind, but I will try not to bring up Tua anymore. And I know that it's going to be very hard this season.
It wasn't as traumatic as people think it was.
Tim Tebow, Hollywood, you fool, you need glasses. Do you believe Tim Tebow belongs in that conversation?
As one of the best college players
just
of all
college.
Time? Yeah, absolutely.
Please take the pros out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would put Ndamukong Suh up there as well. Ndamukong Suh was a dominant force.
Yeah.
Dominant. Yeah.
Pat White never lost a bowl game.
Yeah, Pat White was a killer.
Pat White didn't win a national championship.
Didn't we talk about that yesterday?
My memory of Pat White.
It's him getting rocked in the Pittsburgh game. I know. Everybody.
No, it was the South Florida game. It was.
Oh, yeah.
I think I want to say it was 2006. USF was ranked 18th. West Virginia was ranked 5. And they came into Tampa on a Thursday night. It was either a Thursday night or a Friday night. I actually have the ticket stub at home from this game. It was the second or third game we ever called on student radio.
It was a Friday night.
It was a Friday night game. Okay,
I remember getting home from work being like, why is there a Friday? How is South Florida winning?
Yeah. So it was it was the only game on TV, because I remember getting texts from all my buddies during the game, and they're like, oh, wow, your school is actually relevant. That I just remember from that game, he got knocked out by George Selvey. Remember George Selvey knocked him out of that game. They were just pressuring him relentlessly. And I want to say Geno Smith
came in,
was his backup.
Probably.
I believe it was Geno Smith, but nevertheless, that was the coming out party for USF. Matt Grothe, the quarterback at the time, had the big game. and they won. They end up winning that game. They eventually that season, I think they won maybe the next week as well, skyrocket up to number 2. And then they proceeded to lose like 5 of the last 6 games of the season and have a massive meltdown. And it was very disappointing, to say the least. We were hurt up there in Tampa. All right, that's our story time for today. Omar Kelly is here with us. Alex Donno will join us, and we will continue on. We got a lot of Dolphins news to get to here today. The schedule will be released tonight, a 2-hour television special, should you have the time in your day.
Must-see viewing for a schedule you already know.
Yeah, get the kids to bed and sit down and watch the schedule.
Don't act like you're not going to see the schedule for the rest of the year. Like you have to see it now.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat to listen to whatever analyst they roll.
They're just
going to
bring on people on TV and then have them talk about football. You know the NFL.
Yeah,
the NFL just wants to pull it out, put it on the table.
We'll continue on. We'll take a pause here on QIM.
I do know this. Your South Florida Chevy dealers
and the Don Chula Expressway. That's traffic. I'm Aliyah Escobar on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn
Everyday
apps.
staples, now at lower prices. Always top quality. Wild Fork Meat and Seafood Market. Save big at Wild Fork Meat and Seafood Market. Chicken wings just $2.80 a pound. Chicken thighs only $1.80. And ground turkey just $3 a pound. Plus, shop in-store for exciting Memorial Day bundles. Now open in Homestead. Find a location near you at wildforkfoods.com.
You're listening to The Joe Rose Show. This hour is brought to you by Baptist Health.
Your favorite shows. The games of your favorite South Florida teams. We've got them.
Right here on the Q, baby.
Catch us on FM 104.3 or listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps. Don't miss a thing.
Welcome back in here on QAM. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. We made it to Thursday here. It is schedule release day for the NFL. We got Bears and Lions on Thanksgiving. That one just snuck out there on us. So we'll probably get these two continue to leak throughout the day, and then we get the full schedule release tonight.
Schedule
a
release.
2-hour TV special.
They're gonna like tell you a game an hour for the whole week. I mean whole day. Game an hour.
Yeah.
Just release one game an hour.
Well, we've gotten the Dolphins have which ones have the Dolphins had anything released? I guess not, because they don't have anything we would consider a marquee game at the moment. You said you want Dolphins Jets in the opener.
I want Dolphins.
I don't know that
Jets.
any networks would be particularly excited about Dolphins Jets. I don't see them sending the Nance Romo crew for that game.
What games would the networks be excited about with the Dolphins? Buffalo, Miami.
I think the Green Bay game is intriguing for obvious reasons.
Okay, Green Bay game.
Right, I think that one's intriguing. I think the Chargers game is very intriguing, especially because it's going to be here in Miami.
Ooh, Mike McDaniel's return.
Does Mike, is he going to be in the booth or is he going to be on the sideline?
I think Mike is a booth guy. No, actually, I think he's a sideline guy most of his career.
Well, we'll see. I don't know where he's going to be, but that game is intriguing for those reasons, of course. Outside of that, yeah, I'm guessing the Dolphins are not going to have very many primetime affairs, Omar. But those two, I think, are interesting enough storylines that those maybe could get them maybe in the 4 o'clock window, at least.
I don't want any 4 o'clock
I see
games.
a lot of 1 o'clock games in our future, which is good for them because they could certainly use the home field advantage. If you're just joining us, just some sports headlines here for you. The Cavs beat the Pistons 117-113 in overtime. Cleveland goes on a 9-0 run late, and they take a 3-2 series lead there. Both of the NBA games are going to be tomorrow. The game 6s. Got the Wolves and the Spurs as well, but they will be tomorrow. Nobody wanted to go up against the old NFL schedule release special tonight. So you'll have that on the TVs tonight. Devon Achan becomes the third highest paid running back in the NFL. He gets his deal done with the Miami Dolphins. So Devon Achan will be around.
I don't like saying that he's becomes the third highest paid running back in the NFL because we don't know if that's actually true. But I will say this. Devon Achan, he is going to have the fourth highest amount of guaranteed money in his contract. As everybody knows, I only care about guaranteed money in the contract, and you should only care about guaranteed money on the contract. Jeremiah Love, the Arizona running back who was taken in the first round, ultra high. He is pretty much the highest paid running back in the NFL because he's got $53 million in fully guaranteed money off his rookie contract. That does not even include a fifth-year option. So that's tremendously impressive and really going to reset the market for the position. Saquon Barkley has the second highest contract, which is $36 million in guaranteed money. Then you got Ashton Genty, the Las Vegas Raiders running back who was chosen in the first round last year. He's got $35.9 million in fully guaranteed money. And then Devon Achan checks in at fourth with $32 million in fully guaranteed money, jumping ahead of James Cook, Travis Etienne, and Breece Hall, who just got $29 million in guaranteed money. So I would say Devon Achan safely is the fourth highest paid running back in the NFL. I don't go by APY because average per year, because players will never see their average per year in reality.
You're splitting hairs here. You realize that, right?
No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth.
No,
I'm not lying to you like NFL contracts do.
That's whatever.
The NFL contracts are total liars.
All right, fair enough.
Is Tua going to see his $258 million? No.
I don't know what Tua is going to see.
Zach Sealer, who just signed an extension, you think he's seeing every single dollar of that extension?
Knowing our luck, Tua is going to win the Super Bowl with Atlanta this year. So
he's definitely taking them to the playoffs.
I would be utterly stunned if that happens. But
they're saying Michael Penix is out there spinning that thing. So
good for him.
Yeah,
he's a lefty too, right?
Yes, he is.
Two lefties over there, so they can design the offense around
two
those,
very fragile lefties.
Other stuff going on real quick here before we get to Alex Donno. Ohtani pitched last night, ends the Dodgers. They were on a 4-game losing streak there. Ohtani pitches again last night, throws another gem. That thing is just incredible. To watch him out there. The Marlins get a nice win. They got their bats going. Messi with a hat trick. They call it that in soccer. Dan, are we okay with that? Hat trick and is it a hat trick?
It was kind of a hat trick, kind of wasn't. So he got 2 goals, which is a brace, and then he ricocheted one off of the goalpost and went off the goaltender's back. So it was kind of.
Did he not get credit for it?
He got an assist for it, but
really?
No, it's an own goal.
So the goal. Yeah. Oh wow!
So it's a.
So if you bet on him to score 3 goals, you got hosed.
Officially not a hat trick.
Wow, they call it that in soccer, hat trick.
Yeah,
are we good with that?
That's 3 goals. Yeah.
Are we good with my soccer terminology here?
You know everything about soccer.
I do know a lot about soccer.
They kick the ball with their feet and can't touch it with their hands.
I actually do know the rules of soccer. Because I do some soccer games.
Yeah,
I broadcast some soccer.
You got
games
offsides
there,
and
offsides. I'm familiar with handball. Can't touch the ball.
Embellishment.
I know that. Yeah, well, you don't get a ton of that at the college level.
What's embellishment?
So Barry's not big on embellishment.
Well, they call it in hockey too now. Embellishment. Yeah, it's like when you flop essentially. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Luis Suarez got suspended for embellishment.
For this?
Fined. They get fined and
why don't they do embellishments in NBA then?
They had too much trouble. Remember?
Do you know what the color cards they use in soccer?
Red.
Red is what? What happens when you get a red card?
You get a pow.
You're out. Yep, you're out. What happens?
The referee walks over it.
Yep. What happens when you get, what the other color card is?
Yellow card?
Yellow card. There you go. All right, we got to take a pause. Alex Donno is going to join us. The 8 o'clock hour is next on QAM.
Tell you what is not new here in town. If you know about
Plus, new members can win up to $5,000 in free play. Join the fun at the casino at Dania Beach.
This is the legendary WQAM FM and HD1 Miramar, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. WQAM Miami, an Odyssey sports station. The home of Joe Rose with Hollywood, Tobin and Leroy, and Hot Crowder and Solana. South Florida sports lives here.
Powered by Anidjar Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us, Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Marlins and the Twins play today at 1:40. No NBA playoff games tonight, and 2 NHL playoffs games at 7 o'clock. You get the Sabres and the Canadiens with the series tied at 2. Then at 9:30, the Golden Knights and the Ducks with Vegas looking to close out that series. This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the high 80s, very slight chance of rain throughout the day. I am Dan Day. Now back to the Joe Rose Show here on 104.3 FM WQAM.
Welcome back in on QAM. It is Thursday morning, and Alex Donno from the Locked On Canes podcast is with us now. Omar Kelly here, Dan Day. I'm Hollywood. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Donno. How you doing, man? I love that shirt, by the way. Look at you, man.
This is one of my favorites. Yeah, I try to keep this one clean because it's like 3 years old, still going strong. And yeah, I'm feeling good today. You got Devon Achan locked up and locked in. So at least we have that foundational piece of the roster not going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm good, fellas.
Well, Donno, we have a lot of stuff going on here. We got the big schedule release. You have are you hosting a party tonight at your house for the schedule release? You doing like you having all the boys over, big party or anything tonight?
I will not actually watch a second of the schedule release broadcast. I'm here for the leaks. Like, whatever leaks.
You're
out.
a leak guy. Oh man,
yeah.
No, don't tell me you're a leak guy, Donno.
So are you telling me, Omar, that you avoid the leaks and then you just wait until the TV special? Is that how you do it? I mean, I'm not going to watch a second of the TV special. I'm going to look at the schedule. Show me the schedule. I don't need to see them talking about it on TV.
Here's the thing. For instance, there are no consequences to the people who are wrong about the leaks. Right now, there are two conflicting leaks allegedly that Miami's going to open the season hosting the Jets, and then Miami's going to open the season at the Raiders. So who's right, who's wrong? And there are no consequences to the people who are wrong. For instance, there's a Mexican reporter who claimed that the Dolphins were opening the season in Mexico. I mean, we're playing in Mexico this year.
I heard
this
about
woman
that
got
one.
me all hot and bothered thinking I'm going to have some authentic tacos, and she was wrong.
Well, should we extradite her and put her in prison or something? Like, well, what do you want us to do when you say there's
Omar
no consequences?
Omar spent the morning complaining about the places he has to go. He's like, I don't like Vegas. Yeah, I don't
really? You don't like Vegas?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
It's kind of cheesy.
He said that
man.
Vegas. He goes, Vegas shuts down at 2 a.m. It's just too quiet there for me, or whatever. Is that what you said? There's not enough action in Vegas for him.
I don't like gambling. I said I the real quote, if you're gonna quote me accurately, is I don't like
quote people accurately. I'm not. This is no journalism on this
not
program.
the business he's in.
I don't like gambling and I don't like prostitution, so I don't like Vegas. Gambling, prostitution, and shows, Vegas shows. Yeah, not for me. I went to a Circus Soleil, Circus whatever show, fell asleep. I paid a lot of money to sleep.
I can
good.
see that. I'm not
Slept
into
good
the Cirque.
too.
Yeah.
Slept real good too.
I've seen a few of those shows, and it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It was some of the best sleep that I'd ever got. Let's just put it that way.
Donno, we did have some news yesterday. The Dolphins giving Devon Achan a new deal, and he will stay with Miami. What were your thoughts on the signing there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm relieved. You know, I don't know how people are feeling about the money because I'm not a capologist, but I guess he's the third highest paid back now in the league, but he's supposedly we know that's funny money, Omar. But I'm just happy. I mean, Devon, we've lost enough, great players from this roster. We didn't have enough great players to begin with. Achan, to me, that's a guy you should be building your offense around. I view him as a foundational piece, and I'm glad he's happy, and he doesn't have to hold in or hold out anymore. I think this is great news.
Here's a question I have for you, Donno.
Yeah.
Are you worried that by the time the Dolphins get good again, allegedly, he'll be out of his prime?
With a running back, yeah, that's always a concern. But in the meantime, he's the only exciting thing we have really on the team at this point, and he can help you bridge that gap to hopefully help you get back to where you want to be, right? You need somebody on the field who can play if you're gonna raise your level back to a playoff contender. So I'm good with it either way. And listen, I hope he's one of those rare, running backs that could still have some juice when he gets towards his 30s. There's only one way to find out, and he's going to be under contract when that happens.
So the Dolphins making news there. It is interesting. We've spent basically the entire Dolphins offseason, it feels like now, talking about the offensive side of the ball. Defensive coaches spoke finally yesterday, Omar. You were out there for that. But, man, it has been a lot of offensive line talk, a lot of quarterback talk, and now a lot of running back talk, and not a lot of talk about that defense. And Donno, it brought up some fresh wounds here with the Ruben Bain stuff, because Omar said that the Dolphins just can't stop the run, they can't set the edge, all that nice stuff that Ruben
did you
probably
know,
would have been able to do.
Did you know, Donno, that the other projected starting edge player opposite Chopper Robinson, who is Josh Uche, I'm sure you're familiar with the name,
Sure.
6'3", 226 pounds.
That's it?
Yeah. Did you know that?
I did not know his dimensions. No, I didn't.
I didn't have my scale out this morning either, so don't worry, Donno.
How many kilograms is that, Omar?
I didn't attend school in Europe. I don't know these kilogram things.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for stopping the run. That's for sure.
Jacob Rodriguez, your inside linebacker, he weighs 235 pounds. So
I'll take that for a linebacker for sure.
Yeah, but your edge is 226 pounds.
Yeah, that's not good. No.
Yeah, it's not encouraging. And then so now we're gonna have to lean heavily on the two rookies or three rookies, Max Llewellyn, Mason Rager, and maybe this Rodney McGraw guy, and maybe David Ojobu, who has played 300 NFL snaps. I mean, somebody's got to set the edge for the team. Somebody.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Making up names for all I know right now. He's got a roster he's holding in front of him, but
yeah.
What is the strength of the Dolphins defense?
Inside linebackers?
Yeah.
That's I'm answering with a question mark. Because
I heard the inflection in that.
Yeah,
I did.
Answer the question with the question.
That's all I got for you. And here's the thing, and I got to give my colleague Barry Jackson credit for this, because he asked me this question one day, and I initially thought it was like ridiculous, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. Why would you not have a defensive a linebacker unit that not only features Jacob Rodriguez, the rookie, as the inside linebackers, but Jordan Brooks and Tyrell Dodson as the outside linebackers? Like, who's standing in their way of starting all three of them? Like, who's really like holding them back? Like, who's competing for the job? I can't name anybody. Like, so why would you not? Actually, if the goal for an offensive line is always to start the best five and figure it out,
right?
Wouldn't you say the goal for a defense is to start the best 11 and figure out the scheme? Because they're not married to a 4-3, even though they want that to be their base. But I mean, you're gonna run a 4-3. You need three three linebackers. Who's stopping you from starting Tyrell Dodson?
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Get your best 11 on the field.
Like, who are we? Are we like, who's standing in the way?
Couple of people on here saying Chop looks like another bust. What does he need to do this season
Get stronger.
differently.
Yeah.
Learn to anchor down and set the edge, not get moved.
Can he, or are we?
I don't know.
Failed project.
It's not a failed project because we haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I will say this, and I wrote a column in the Miami Herald. I want to pub my work in the Miami Herald.
Please do.
Addressing the whole edge setting problem, because I will make the point that if you cannot set the edge, you cannot play defense, because teams are just going to absolutely run all over you. 6 teams were worse than the Miami Dolphins at stopping the run last season. The Dolphins gave up 132 rushing yards per game. 6 teams were worse than you: Cincinnati, the New York Giants, the Jets, Washington, Buffalo, and Chicago. Now, 2 of them were actually decent teams in Buffalo and Chicago, so that's a little encouraging. But all you got to be is maybe not a bottom 10 run defense, and then you give yourself a chance. I'm not sure I can tell you why this Dolphins defense will not be a bottom 10 run defense, because I can't really name you an edge setter, and I don't know how much growth these defensive tackles are going to show in year 2. No clue. Absolutely none. And at this point, I have no reason to think that Zach Sealer will not serve as an edge player, because I don't know who else is going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out, right? OTAs are around the corner here. They're gonna be next. They're gonna be back on the field next
Tuesday,
week, right? Okay.
Yeah, they're back. We're getting our first glimpse of this action on Tuesday. I will be able to see Malik Willis throw a pass to Terrence Marshall Jr., who by the way, I'm told don't sleep on. He's a wide receiver that everybody's sleeping on. The rookies are already in camp. They're as Joe Barry said, they're on practice number 5 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So the rookies are out there participating in their third practice probably today with their teammates. So and realistically, it's not football practice. It's really just they don't even get to wear helmets. So
I was about to say, so no pads yet, right?
No pads, no helmet. They're just in clothes. They're just running around in clothes.
PJs.
Football in pajamas. Yeah, it's kind of like 7-on-7s.
All right, if you'd like to text the show, you can text in 305-567-0560. We have our YouTube chat going. There's by the way, there's 3 people on the chat that are bouncing around, wondering, trying to come up with guesses as to where Joe is. I'm gonna let them marinate on that one, and we'll keep it a mystery.
He's suspended,
here.
Right? Is that
yes,
what they're saying?
Indefinitely.
Wow.
Or he's negotiating, or whatever it is that he's doing.
He might be negotiating.
He may be.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to free Harold. Yes. We're gonna leave that to your imagination.
Who's
here.
Harold?
That's Joe's middle name. Joe Harold Rose. He does not like the name Harold.
I can understand why he doesn't like the name Harold.
Harry.
Well, he doesn't care for it, so it gets under his skin. So we like to use it when we can. All right, we're going to take a pause.
Is it Joe or Joseph?
His legal name?
Yeah,
Joseph
Harold Rose.
I know too much about him that I if anyone needs, by the way, while he's either now he's in jail. That could be again.
You know what he did, Omar? He leaked a schedule, and he was held accountable for that.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I got all of his info. I got his credit card number, whatever. When anyone needs, man, we'll just send it in.
You know what's sad about my life?
What?
I know the people who usually leak the Dolphins schedule, and I'm actually following them and monitoring them. Not that they're important people, but
you were making fun of me for tracking.
But I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, though. I hate.
Who's putting the schedule out?
I'm not telling you.
Why not?
Because they've just, there are certain fans that do get a little bit of fan, the season.
Oh, I see what this is. You don't want to give them credit.
No.
Yeah. All right.
They get access to the schedule before we do.
Omar Salty Kelly here. We got Alex Donno with us now. Hey, Donno, I wanted to ask you about Darian Mensah when we come back. I know we got a chance to watch him sling it around down there in Coral Gables, so we'll talk a little bit about that. More Dolphins news and a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. Plenty more to get to here. Again, you can reach us on our YouTube chat and at 1043 WQAM. We are streaming live on YouTube. We are also on the text line 305-567-0560. We will be back in just a moment.
I do want to take a second to let you know, man,
Donno, I didn't even think of this. But they called Ruben, one of the YouTube people who lives in Tampa. I guess they're calling him Tampa Bane.
Yeah.
That is cool, man.
It's a great. Now he goes from Hurricane
Really
Bane
cool.
to Tampa
Yeah,
Bane.
that's
they're
pretty cool,
putting him
man.
in all the best nickname spots. This guy.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Omar's got a little smile on his face. That's a cool one, right? You got to admit that's a pretty cool nickname. It works.
I just have a bad feeling we'll live to regret that one.
Oh, I mean, for
it's
sure.
probably definitely a chance that that happens. That's going to be a very tough one for the new staff to live down. That will be a tough one, man. Like, if Malik Willis doesn't work out, that's one thing. But the Bane Proctor thing, like, especially if Proctor comes into camp overweight or there's motivation
I think
issues
there's
or any of that kind of
little
stuff,
chance Proctor's going to come into camp.
I don't think that'll
overweight.
be an issue either. I gotta think these guys did like a significant amount of due diligence.
They said they did.
I mean, they said they did. Of course they did.
They said they did. I don't.
Okay.
I don't take people for face value. Who do you think I am?
It's the first pick.
I understand that,
come on,
and people
like-
screw up the first pick all the time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There were some good players on the board. So if Downs and Bane and these guys end up, being, all pro type guys and our guys out of the league in 2 years.
Not 2 years. Not 2 years. That's not
He's gonna be
fair.
working at Shinju with all
Yeah.
sushi.
Working at shit. You can't. Come on, Donnie. You can't work there. You eat all the product. Take all the supply, right?
There. Recently, I heard from an executive a comparison that I will put on the forefront in Mekhi Becton, the former Jets offensive lineman who was drafted and was massive at 350. Now he didn't pan out with the Jets, but he eventually had a respectable season with the Eagles, helping them win a championship. And he's I think he's either in San Diego or he's unemployed right now because he's consistently battling weight. But yeah, it's there's some risk involved. It's a little risky, but hey, no risk it, no biscuit.
Fins up says, "What if Proctor is an all-pro? Bane can't get to the quarterback."
Yeah.
I've said this like 500 times. My hope is that both of them have nice careers. That would be my hope. I like both of them. Well, I don't know anything about Proctor, to be honest, but I want him to work out.
Yeah.
I hope that it works out.
I mean,
I don't know. Like, if you were asking me, like, from a mental standpoint and the, a conditioning issue standpoint, like, Ruben does not have those things, those knocks on him. That's not a knock on Ruben Bane. It appears to be on the guy we drafted. Now, again, I am going to give these guys the benefit of the doubt.
The
guy
the Dolphins drafted has a higher upside.
He's got longer arms, Hollywood, is essentially why we drafted him and not the other guy.
Great. Maybe he can hit both ends, Donno. Maybe he can rush the quarterback.
Listen, I'm excited to see a 6'7", 350-pound left side of the offensive line.
Glad that excites
That's 700 pounds of mass. So hopefully they work well
together. If you get excited
together.
about it, must be good because you've been very down on everything. So someone said this just put Crispy on the Dan Day diet. Are we gonna turn him full vegan, Dan? Do we think we can do that? Like,
Put who on the Dan Day diet?
Crispy.
He keeps calling him
Caden.
Chris. Is that his
Caden.
nickname?
It's his nickname.
Yes, that's his nickname.
He's literally nicknamed after donuts, and this is the guy we drafted in the first round.
Caden Crispy Proctor.
I got to tell you, I like a good Krispy Kreme donut.
I do too.
God,
he does too.
Good.
That's the problem.
Is there anything better in the food game than
a
a fresh Krispy Kreme? The one the freebie that they give you when you walk in. Now,
they give you a freebie?
Yeah, I haven't been to a Krispy Kreme in a long time. But yeah, that's like their thing. They give you a freebie right off the conveyor belt.
I did not know this.
They probably don't do it to you because you're Omar Kelly, and they know, like, when you come in, you're like, we don't like Omar. We're not going to give him the free donut. There's probably a big sign of, like, people we don't give the free donuts to. And
I did not know that there's a
face
Krispy Kreme donut rule. Like,
you know about this, right, Donno?
I haven't actually been into one in like 10 years, but I do recall there being a freebie situation the last time I went. Because, like, usually I'll go, like, to the display in Publix, which are not fresh, but I haven't been into a Krispy Kreme in a long time.
That's the problem. Like, you could get them at Target or you can get them at Publix or wherever, the Krispy Kremes, but they don't have this. They don't pack the same punch.
It's funny.
Fresh.
I've had two homes, and both of the homes, there was a Krispy Kreme really close. And what you realize when you live by a Krispy Kreme is that sign's never off. That red light sign.
Yeah, they make a lot of donuts.
It's never off.
And when
it's always on.
When the sign's on, they are supposed to, well,
it's never off.
Also haven't been to a Krispy Kreme in a long time. I don't even know where one is right now.
But
they are supposed to give you one off the conveyor belt.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I don't know if you have to ask, or I don't know what the situation is with that, but
give you one off the conveyor belt.
They're supposed to like take a little like a wax paper or whatever and just hand you one.
I don't know if that's real, because I've never.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, I think you're getting like the Joe Rose Krispy Kreme treatment there, because
that might have been like pre-COVID, like before inflation.
Yeah.
Oh, has inflation hit Krispy Kreme too?
Inflation's hit everything, man.
You know, someone asked about Christian Wilkinson. I'll ask you about that because we've had a couple of texts about him. What do you think there?
He is unemployed. He is fighting. I don't know if it's still ongoing, but the NFLPA is fighting on his behalf to get the Raiders to pay him his fully guaranteed contract. And here's my issue with that. A fully guaranteed contract should be fully guaranteed. So I don't understand what the dispute is about. They decided to cut him and not honor his contract, which I said at the time was ridiculous when he got it. Obviously, the Raiders realized it was ridiculous after they saw the product. And I know he was injured and was battling back, or not battling back, which is why they waived him. You know, I know Christian Wilkins, Dolphins Christian Wilkins, and Christian Wilkins loved football and was a good teammate and didn't do any questionable stuff character-wise. The Raiders want to paint him as somebody completely different. I have said this, and I do stand by it. I would love to see Christian sign a 1-year, $4 million to $5 million deal with the Miami Dolphins to get put on the defensive line with Zach Sealer again and reunite Salt and Pepper and see what happens. I don't care what happens with these rookies. They weren't very good in the first place. I'm not rushing them onto the field. And truthfully speaking, the people who drafted him are not here. I don't care. I would love to see Christian back here. Now, would Christian come back? I think it's a great idea to resurrect your career where it started. But knowing him and knowing that he's a Bostonite and he loves Boston, I wouldn't be shocked if he signed with the Patriots.
Okay. How many players are out there right now just sitting that can make an impact?
I think I can make a team that would probably win 6 games with just
people are sitting around right now.
People sitting out right now. There's Deebo Samuels is sitting out right now.
You know,
I could put a better receiver unit together of unemployed receivers than I can put than what's on the Dolphins roster right now. Deebo Samuels is sitting out there right now. Stephon Diggs is sitting out there right now. Let me think of who else.
Why are they sitting though? Are they
because veterans don't want to participate in teams don't want to. Rasul Douglas. Do you think Rasul Douglas isn't better than everybody on this Dolphins secondary right now?
Probably is.
Like Rasul Douglas is unemployed.
That sounds like something Greer would say. It is something Greer would say. We have more that we're going to get to here. We're getting a lot of texts coming in here. We got to ask Donno about Mark Matthews update. We'll check in with Donno on that. We're getting Krispy Kreme text now. We'll maybe Omar will go on a field trip.
What is the truth about this Krispy Kreme free donut?
I've got it here. So yeah, I think Hollywood was pretty much right. So there are several ways to get free donuts at Krispy Kreme, and the first one is called the Hot Light Specials. When the Hot Now light is on, you can get a free original glazed donut at participating locations. So assuming your location participates. You also can get a free donut for your kid when they get straight A's. You get a
all they have to do.
What's that?
I caught that, Dan.
That's all
that's all they got to do. Get a free donut, get straight A's.
Get straight A's. That's motivation right there.
I never got straight A's. Never.
Me
I don't even think I got close.
If my mom, Big Lynn, said, Dan, if you get straight A's, you get 1 Krispy Kreme donut. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of effort.
I used to like the Pizza Hut pizzas that they used to give you.
Book it. Yes.
Book it. Oh, that
Book
was.
I hear they're bringing that back. I recently saw something.
Book it is back.
Yeah.
You remember Book It used to be, I want to say it was like a wheel or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And you got a Hot Wheels thing on it too.
You know what it is now?
What is it?
It's an app.
No.
It's an app. Yep. Saw that the other day. We're going to take a pause. We got plenty more to come on QAM.
I do know this. Your South Florida Chevy deal
Got plenty of ways for you to listen to your favorite shows and favorite teams on WQAM.
How is that, if I may ask?
We're at FM 104.3, or you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps. Check it out now.
Welcome back as we continue on here on QAM. Hope everyone's having a good start to their Thursday morning. NBA is off tonight. They are clearing the way for the schedule release for the NFL. They will have a 2-hour television special. Should you not have much going on this evening, you can watch that for a couple of hours. Omar, this LeBron, Donno with us as well. This LeBron stuff is starting to get interesting here. Story's starting to leak, and who knows where LeBron is going to end up. He may end up on his couch. He may end up in LA, may end up somewhere else. I don't know where LeBron.
Miami, baby, Miami.
I do like what Bob. We got Bob Buckley here on our chat this morning, and talking about getting the whole band back together here, trying to get D Wade involved and LeBron. And let's bring Giannis and just we'll have everyone reunite down here. By the way, Dwayne Wade looks like he could play.
Yeah, he
today,
does.
right? I mean, he looks great. He seems to keep in shape. I assume he could play if we needed him. Like maybe you could sign him late in the season.
He wasn't very good in his last season, so I would hardly doubt he.
Yeah, but he had a lot of injuries, and now he's been off the court for a few years. All the wounds are mended. Probably healthier than he's been in like 10 years.
Do you imagine that, by the way? Like if LeBron was like, I'm going to come back to Miami and finish my career, and Dwayne was like, I'm going to unretire and play alongside him. And
Chris Bosh, who nearly died.
Chris can't play.
I don't think Chris can do it.
That's too risky. But we'll have Giannis will be in his place.
Did you guys you guys heard of that about Chris Bosh and like waking up in a pool of blood? He like had a scary incident.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. He's not coming back. He won't be part of this thing. But
so you're saying
we're gonna try to will this into
D Wade pulls
here.
up Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, except he's not 46 or whatever Phillip Rivers was. Dwayne's got to be 40, early 40s.
He's 40s, like a year or two older than LeBron, and what's LeBron, like 41? So Wade's probably 42 or 43.
Yeah, so it could be done, Omar. It could be done here. It'd be Dwayne is 44.
Dan's saying, "Ooh,
wow, man, we're all getting old, man."
Yeah,
you have a mic, Dan,
play
that
in high school.
Actually work.
I could read his sign language.
He's giving you hand signals. He doesn't. I don't think Dan Day cares much for you, Omar. He's like Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
no free donuts.
No free donuts.
Dan Day won't. Dan Day might spit on your donut before he gives it to you, Omar. That's how he feels.
I'm sorry. I want to know from these texters because this really bothers me.
No, it is.
Do you walk into Krispy Kreme and they offer you a free donut? Because I've never ever. I've gone into Krispy Kreme maybe 7-8 times in my life. I've seen that hot donut sign, that hot yellow flashing light, and I've walked in there, and nobody has ever offered me a free donut.
I think this is a you problem, though. Like, I just think this is an Omar Kelly problem.
This is crazy. This is insane. I'm sorry.
I think, though, it
I'm
might
not
be
buying
because that when I read that disclaimer, participating locations only. There's probably no participating locations in Miami. They're probably only in the middle of nowhere.
If you read the fine print, it says no Omar Kellys in the fine print.
There is no way they offer it to you when the hot sign is on. I have only gone to Krispy Kreme when the hot sign is on, and I have never been offered a free donut.
Well, if there's one
Not
around
once.
here, we'll stop on the way home, okay? By the way, Bob, on our YouTube chat, you own this here, Bob. So if this happens, you talked it into existence here. If D Wade pops out of retirement, he's got the statue out front of the arena already. They welcome him back. Now, if Dwayne was going to come out of retirement, you would think he'd go like the Jackie Moon route and play for the Jazz, right? Be like the player owner deal.
Player coach,
you ever seen that movie,
owner.
Semi-Pro?
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Terrible movie, by the way.
I love when he fought the bear or whatever.
It's got a couple of funny moments, but it was overall not one of his better movies.
You don't want my Will Ferrell opinion.
I know you don't like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
You don't like anything.
I like a lot of things. Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
there might be 15 funny minutes in any Will Ferrell movie. 15 funny minutes.
Arguably in the conversation for funniest of all time, my lifetime at least. But nevertheless,
yeah.
I know you don't like him either. So
Like Anchorman. Oh yeah, that's a
classic.
Is a classic. Thank you,
Anchorman
Dono.
is a classic.
Dono has taste.
Yeah.
By the way, like this guy Semi-Pro was not fun. Semi-Pro was okay. Like it's just not his best work.
Right, exactly.
Not his best work. Woody Harrelson is in that movie, and he's really so. Joe, I was talking about Kingpin with Joe the other day, and he hadn't seen Kingpin.
Oh, that's a great movie.
I don't know.
I haven't watched that in forever.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah,
it's with Woody Harrelson, Randy Quaid,
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Bill
I'm not
Murray
sure
is
I've
like
seen
as
it.
funny as they come too. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, Kingpin. You've seen Kingpin, right, Dan?
Of course, I've seen Kingpin.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
It's about bowling.
It's a Farrelly Brothers,
And it's got
movie.
Woody Harrelson. Come on.
Yeah, it's a Farrelly Brothers movie. So those
A
are all
movie
funny.
about bowling.
Their movies are
It
all
works.
very funny. Like they
Yeah.
have what else? There's something about Mary is one of theirs.
Yeah.
That one with Jim Carrey where he has the split personalities.
Oh, I don't think I saw that one. Was that Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yeah, you haven't seen that one.
What the hell is
that movie is
Kingpin
funny.
about?
It's a bowling movie.
It's a
man.
bowling
movie.
It's an Amish guy that has bowling prowess that Woody Harrelson takes him under the wing, and Woody Harrelson is obviously just Woody Harrelson, and he takes this Amish dude under his wing, and of course, things get a little crazy.
Munson. Munson's the guy's name, Roy Munson in the movie. Give you some watching. Don't watch the schedule release tonight. Watch Kingpin. All right. We have the 9 o'clock hour coming up here. We have our two experts here. Our Dolphins expert, Omar Kelly, is with us. Our Canes expert, Alex Donno, is with us. Donno, if you can, just for our 8 o'clock hour listeners, let us know what you got coming up here on the podcast, if you can, please.
Yeah, so a little more recruiting primer we're going to have today. So, I know somebody in the chat was asking about Mark Matthews, the 5-star offensive tackle. He's going to be announcing tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. It's still feeling like Texas A&M is the most likely destination. It's Miami versus A&M. But Miami did get a crystal ball prediction for an interior offensive lineman, one of the top interior guys in the class, Jatori Williams, who's actually from Alabama. He was an Alabama commit, but he decommitted from Bama. Miami's trending for him. He's going to be announcing in a week. There's also a 5-star defensive tackle that's going to be announcing tomorrow, David Fulleruncho, who Miami's very much in the mix for. But Notre Dame is going to be tough to beat because Fulleruncho is in Chicago. His head football coach and his trainers are all affiliated with Notre Dame. His head football coach played for Notre Dame. So it's good. I think Miami's doing pretty well there, but Notre Dame could be tough to beat. So there's some good and some bad, potentially bad on the recruiting side. We'll be talking about that a lot today on Locked On Canes.
If I may ask you a question, Dono, how much do these early, before your senior season commitments stick?
There are flips definitely happen. Miami just flipped a 5-star corner last week who was committed to Georgia. So flips definitely happen. Like some of Mario's best recruiting wins have been flips. So, you can never say it's locked in. I mean, it's a little bit harder to flip guys these days, Omar, because usually when they verbally commit somewhere, they get into an NIL contract, like with the school they commit to. There still can be ways out of that before National Signing Day, but schools do whatever they can to try and lock you in and have you shut your recruitment down. So flips are not impossible, but they're not really easy either, but they do happen.
Are you talking about they get a check before they actually enroll?
See, I'm not sure if they're actually allowed to get it might depend on what state you're in. I don't know for sure if you're allowed to actually get the check, but you can lock your deal in, and there may be incentives. When you lock in your deal, there's an incentive to shut down your recruitment. So
So the first rule of NIL is we don't talk about NIL. We just, whatever you got to do.
It's like the old school days where there used to be book bags of cash.
Sure.
And cars that are paid for that you just go pick up from the dealership.
Where did this car come from?
We
do have to take a pause. By the way, the Croqueta King on our chat here says Will Ferrell's character in Eastbound and Down is fantastic. That is arguably one of his more funny characters. Ashley Schaefer of Ashley Schaefer BMW. That is a funny character.
It's a great show too.
You never seen Eastbound and Down, I assume.
I'm not looking for any Will Ferrell.
That one.
Well, that's really a Danny McBride. That's really his show. But Farrell
Yeah,
had
and
a
then we
funny-
just got a
funny
we got a
character in
blue
it.
chips reference here, giving the players the bags of cash, a little blue chips reference. You ever seen
Yeah.
that movie?
Yeah.
You seen Blue Chips with Shaq and Penny Hardaway?
That's realistic, man.
Yeah, it was. Now it's, now
I
you
mean-
look back at that movie and you're like, wow, that's what they used to do.
Oh, remember Johnny Be Good? Do you remember Johnny Be Good? That was like the first movie that was about like big scale recruiting. It was like Willie Williams'
That one, I
career.
don't know.
Willie Williams' recruiting trips. Who remembers those sagas in the
do.
Miami Herald?
Remember when he got in trouble in Gainesville because he set the fire extinguisher?
Oh yeah, yeah. And Crowder was his host.
Yeah, and Crowder said he kept punching people out.
Oh, boy. I would be careful mentioning Crowder's name. He's got a target on Omar right now. He's coming for you.
Oh,
We got the
gosh.
9 o'clock hour around the corner here on QAM.
I do want to talk about a couple guys that
nation. The home of champions. Home of the 5-time national champion Miami Hurricanes. The back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. The 3-time NBA champion Miami Heat. Miami Hurricanes basketball. And now, the new home of the 2-time World Series winner Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Dolphins paid Devon Achan 4 years, $64 million, $32 million guaranteed. The Marlins and the Twins, they get started at 140 today up there in Minnesota. Messi had a part in 3 goals as Inter Miami defeated FC Cincinnati 5-3. Portland Timbers come to town Sunday at 6. Canes baseball begin a 3-game series against 11th-ranked Florida State today at 6 in Tallahassee. You got no NBA games tonight, but you do have 2 NHL games tonight, starting at 7 o'clock. Sabres, Canadiens, that series tied at 2. Then at 9:30, Golden Knights and the Ducks, with Vegas leading that series 3-2. Weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get a free roof or window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Overcast skies, temperatures in the high 80s, and a low chance of rain throughout the day. I am Dan Day. Now back to the Joe Rose Show here on 104.3 FM, WQAM.
Good morning. Welcome back in here on QAM. Happy schedule release day to all those who are celebrating tonight.
The leaks are happening.
We're leaking, Omar. Here's a quick leak for you. The Jets will travel to Tennessee in week 1 to face their former head coach Robert Saleh and the Titans.
Let's go, Cam Ward.
I'm with you. Hey, Donno, did you see Cam Ward is going to do the Netflix show Quarterback?
Oh, I did not know that, but I'm excited.
Yeah. So the new season of Quarterback is going to be coming out for this season. So Cam Ward will be on there.
That's going to be a fun season because, as you know, as we know, covering the Canes for that year, Ward is feisty in practice. Like, he talks some trash. He's really engaging. Yeah. It's going to be a good season.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that'll be a fun one to watch. So you got Jaden Daniels in there. The weird one was Joe Flacco is going to be on there.
I'd rather watch paint
and
dry.
We couldn't figure out if Joe Flacco's still in the league or not.
Yeah, he's with the Bengals as Joe Burrow's backup.
Are you sure? Because like everyone on here had a team listed. He did not. He did not have a team. So like Cam Ward says Titans, Baker Mayfield it says Bucks, Jaden Daniels says Commanders, and it just says Joe Flacco. No team.
Maybe he was a free agent at the time. I looked it up. I'll look it up again. But.
Says he was traded midseason to the Bengals. He embarks on a new chapter, balancing his wealth of experience with the pressure and opportunity of another NFL campaign.
Yes.
Sounds like he's a Bengal then, based on that.
Yes, that's what I looked up and found that he's a Bengal.
Well, I think what this does, I guess it goes back to last season. So I guess it's going to give you a look at Cam Ward's rookie season.
Gotcha.
Anyway, that show will be it releases July 14th. So yeah, it'll be last season stuff.
I haven't watched a single episode of Quarterbacks, nor have I watched the basketball version of it, nor have I watched the receivers version of it.
Too busy.
I'm not a Netflix guy, to be honest with you.
You don't have a subscription? How do you watch the NFL? And what else do they have on there, Donno?
You know what I really struggle with?
Actually, they have some good shows on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix is good. I like Netflix.
I struggle with Peacock. I'm just at the point where I'm not going to subscribe to anything anymore.
You're boycotting?
I just can't have another network. So anytime the NBA game is on Peacock, like last night, I'm just out. I can't watch it.
Yeah, I don't currently use Peacock either because it got to a point where for a while I had everything and I'm like, I can't use everything all at once. So I'm like, I'm picking my spots now. Sometimes I'll subscribe to some things and other things. I'm trying to be a little more fiscally responsible.
I have to keep my subscriptions active because I'm in a network with my friends of sharing. Hey man, sharing is caring out there. You got it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to survive out there. And,
I mean, if you've got multiple friends who have multiple accounts, yeah, cool. But I just can't do it. I can't do it.
And it sounds like a criminal enterprise you're running there.
It is.
It's a cartel.
It's a scheme. It's a big scheme that we're running.
Peacock is where I draw the line. I'm sorry. Like now, maybe if they offered NFL games, I would.
They do offer NFL games.
They offer a wild card game, right? But
yeah, they have exclusive games on the app. Yes, they do.
But you don't need it during the off season, though.
The Dolphins Kansas City game a couple of years back was on Peacock.
Yeah, but to the point,
but I
though,
think it was it was aired locally too.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
that's right.
locally.
It was aired
Yeah,
locally.
if it's your team,
so you don't. But even if it's a game that's not aired locally, like you don't need to subscribe to it the entire year just to watch, one game.
That's how they get you, man. Do
you have Prime? Do you have the Prime service?
Yes.
Everyone needs the Prime service and get the Amazon crap delivered for
free, of course I got Prime. I got Prime. I got Disney. I kind of got Netflix. It depends.
Depends on what day it is.
Yeah, I mean whether how long I haven't used it and whether it logged me out.
Is using it.
Okay. Yeah. That's tricky. I've got my Plex account, and so
not familiar with that one.
Yeah, I can watch movies.
Now I will say, like Donno was right onto something here. Like
it's too much.
I have subscribed for one day to some services.
That's how they get you.
Like
but they make you have to write a thesis paper to unsubscribe.
They do. They make it difficult, but I will.
Plus, they
unsubscribe
entice
the
you to
same day.
lock in the entire year because the full year is less expensive, like overall, than going month to month. So they try to entice you to lock it in for the full year. But if I know I'm only going to use it for 1 month, I'll do 1 month.
Right,
we're day to day.
Apple, because my dad likes to watch F1, so now we're sharing. I'm sharing my Apple account with him. It's your
dad's an F1 guy.
My dad is My dad's a car racing guy.
No way.
NASCAR, F1, Indy. Loves all that.
So you got a soccer brother and an F1 dad.
A soccer dad too. Dad too. He tolerates football.
More about you
he tolerates us the American sports.
Okay. Well, all right. Good to know. Yeah. So that's on Apple TV, the F1 stuff. That's behind a paywall.
Yeah.
That one I don't have. That one I'm just out of luck.
Yeah. It's too much, man.
Now, don't you need, like, if you want to watch on Apple TV? I know for like MLS, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Donno, because I think you're a soccer fan.
Yeah.
Don't you need a separate MLS subscription?
They got rid of that.
Of Apple TV, or
they don't. It's on the regular Apple TV now.
It is now. Okay.
Yeah.
Did they raise the prices,
I do.
though?
I do have Apple TV, but I get I use T-Mobile for wireless, and they give you free Apple TV through there. So I do have Apple TV.
The Finster Out of Water is telling us that Peacock is the Sunday night game, but it's not aired only on Peacock.
It's
aired on NBC.
Yeah, I believe that's on NBC.
Yeah, it's on NBC. I'm talking about, like, if I could watch basketball on NBC, I would watch basketball on NBC.
Well,
but that's not.
I think some of the games are on NBC.
Which one?
Playoff
What channel?
games, I believe, are on a regular NBC.
Not all. No. There was some Peacocks. There was some Prime, and we're talking about the most recent playoff series. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Like last night, I couldn't watch the playoff series because it was on Peacock only, and I was like, I was like, forget it, done. I'm out.
Oh, the Pistons Cavs game was on ESPN.
Was it on ESPN?
Yeah, I watched it.
I don't even know, man. But
that just goes to how confusing
it's too much.
it is.
It's really literally too much.
Well, so we have two games coming up on Friday. Well, I'll find out right now if Omar's gonna be able to watch them. So 7:00 is they're both on Prime. Both of the games
Both
on Friday.
Prime.
7:00 and a 9:30 on Prime.
I turn on my TV. Prime is telling me, "Hey, the game is on.
Yeah,
here, watch it right now."
Yep.
Yeah, I like that too. Think about it. I miss the days of having a cord and being able to just flip the channel and watch 10 different things.
For this.
We did ask for this, but we didn't realize how many different. So it's like I guess we get what we deserve because everyone wanted to cut the cord. We don't want this. The prices are too high for cable.
Obligation. I want to pay for what I want.
But now it's like everything's spread over like 10 different streaming services, and it's all more expensive together than cable used to be. I want cable back.
Yeah, me too. So I don't have actual cable anymore.
Neither do I.
I have all these apps. When I go to like a hotel, I get so excited when I can watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives again. Like the Food Network's on, or like any of those. I love those
Storage
shows.
Wars. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I will sit there and watch Storage. Now,
I love that
in my house, where can I find Storage Wars? I have no idea.
No clue.
No clue.
I find out like, they got new episodes of Triple D. Like, I didn't even know they were still filming that
Naked
show.
and Afraid. I'll
That's
be there
still
for
going?
3 hours. I don't know, but I have no idea where Naked and Afraid is on.
Oh, man.
You're like,
it's tough out there, man. I was watching this show that I really liked, this Bar Rescue.
Oh yeah.
Great show.
Where he like bullies. He bullies.
I
these
only
bars.
watch it in hotels. Only.
Only in hotels.
I only discovered it because I stayed in a damn hotel.
Yep.
And I just put this show on. I go, wow, this is like Restaurant Impossible with bars. I love Restaurant Impossible as well with Robert Irvine.
Too. Yeah.
Dr. Toboggan on here says, I got cable. It stinks. Canceling soon. I don't even know like what else is there on cable that like you're not getting through these apps. Is there
a lot of reruns? Like you'll find like you'll find like because like my parents had cable up until recently, and like there's all like the Office is always on like 10 channels at once. So you get a lot of reruns. Friends, a lot of that.
Friends, The Simpsons. So The Simpsons are on the Disney app. I know that.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know where Friends lives.
Friends is on the Disney. Friends is on one of these apps.
Probably Peacock.
And you know, and Netflix just got The Office or something like that.
Okay.
One of these things. Just it's weird, man. It's TV watching is.
Sammy says this confusion just shows how stupid this streaming crap is. It's gotten nutty, man.
I don't know where to watch sports.
It made it all the way to the White House. They were complaining about the cost of the NFL.
That's right.
To watch games. Look, you need to be subscribed to watch the NFL. As a fan, you need to be subscribed to let's see, Dan and Donald, correct me if I'm wrong here, because Omar has no idea. Peacock, Netflix.
You don't need Peacock.
Prime.
Mm-hmm.
You need
YouTube.
You probably need NFL Plus.
You need YouTube TV for the Sunday ticket.
YouTube TV on Sunday ticket, but you need NFL. You need
to
subscribe.
Don't need NFL Plus.
No, you do because they have NFL Network. So if you want NFL
is
Network,
that only on
NFL
NFL
Network
Plus?
Well, you can get it through cable.
Okay. No, you have to pay for it.
Yeah,
to get
you have to
cable.
pay for it, but that's not a freebie. So if you want, they have the international games. Some of those 9 a.m.ers, those are on the NFL Network. You need those. If you want Red Zone, which I need Red Zone in my life, that's another subscription. Someone said no more NFL Network, but I'm guessing they're still going to have the NFL Plus thing, right?
No more
NFL Network exists still. It's just owned by ESPN.
Yeah.
So it still exists. Paramount Plus, yes. Another one that you need for the NFL. They have games on there. Yes. I know.
What else am I going to watch on Paramount Plus, though?
I don't know.
They have some good shows. Landman is.
I do like Landman.
That's a great show.
And I wouldn't know about Texas people if it wasn't for Landman.
I don't know.
I was saying that the 80% of what I know about Texas is from Landman.
Me too. I'm the same way.
Jay, I'm telling you, by the way,
it looks really dusty, though.
That NFL Network doesn't exist. It's on right now.
I've always said Texas looks like a state that needs lotion.
Do you see it right above us?
It's so ashy. It's like ashy.
Trying to change the subject back. No, but look, the NFL Network is on.
Yeah,
it's right there. Like I'm looking at it, so like it does exist. Someone said NFL Network got chopped from Xfinity. That's the other problem too. Xfinity seems like they're always fighting with people. Like they have like a Panther.
They're always fighting with people. Yeah.
Like there's always, and it's not
what do you need to watch Heat games now? You need
I have no idea.
The
season ticket to go to the games because it's easier than finding them on TV.
Yeah, it is. It's probably cheaper to get season tickets.
Well, it was on FanDuel Sports Network, right?
Yeah.
I think FanDuel
does that still
Sports
exist?
I don't problems.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I love our local broadcast teams. I think we have some of the best local broadcast teams. I think Eric Reed makes a game. Eric Reed and John Crotty make the game so enjoyable to watch. I truly love listening to Eric Reed. He's the voice of Heat basketball.
I grew up listening to Eric Reed.
Yeah, everyone did, man. Everyone
did.
He's an institution.
Listening to Eric
He's South
Reed.
Florida's uncle. He's for all of us.
Yeah, well, he also happens to be like the nicest guy you'll ever meet. But I do love listening to Eric Reed. He makes those games fun. Goldie is fantastic on Panthers hockey, so I love watching Goldie do those games. Goldie's running around everywhere doing the NHL playoffs right now because he's so good at doing those games. But yeah, man, I love our local teams, and then whoever the Dolphins get, the bottom teams of the broadcast networks, right? That's probably where we're heading this year with a lot of 1:00-ers. It looks like, Omar, but we'll find out.
I want 1:00.
We'll find out today. I like a good 1:00 game.
I love a good 1:00.
The only problem with the 1:00 games is it screws up my red zone watching, but other than that,
which is why I never watch Red Zone because it's I'm always working. I never get this Red Zone appeal that you folks are obsessed with.
This one,
I'm
this
always
guy
working.
just keeps saying, "Get YouTube TV, idiots." He's calling us idiots. He says YouTube TV has NFL.
No, but like if you have, like I do have YouTube TV, but it doesn't have like the stuff that's on Netflix and Paramount Plus. Like you can't get all the like you get like the most of like I guess what you would call the cable networks.
Yeah.
But you don't get all this other stuff.
NFL Network is included on Uverse.
Okay.
I didn't even know Uverse still existed.
Donno, I don't know, man. I don't know what exists. Sounds like
I had
Joe,
Uverse
like
like
Joe with
15
his
years
Bell,
ago.
like Joe with his Bell South email. That's how you know someone has been around.
Or
They have a
still
Bell
have
South
AOL
email. I actually have AOL emails.
I know.
I love my AOL email. I haven't changed it since I invented it in middle school.
Wow.
I love my AOL email. I give that thing out all the time. Some guy was like the other day was like, "Oh, an AOL guy."
What
And
is
I was
AOL?
Like, yeah, he was like, "Oh, an AOL."
What
guy.
did AOL stand for?
America Online.
America Online.
Where the hell have you been, man?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right,
That was back in the day when I had a floppy disk.
Yeah, we had to listen. We got to get Omar some culture here, man. We're gonna take him to Krispy Kreme, get him a free donut. We're gonna get him some cable.
I still don't believe in your free donut.
So I don't still have AOL like this. Like I have an AOL email. I don't like click on my computer and click sign in and like have like 3 boxes where it like connects to the internet. It makes the noise. Right, nicely done. We will continue whatever we were discussing here on QAM after this.
I'll tell you what else is a good scenario.
feature and listen to anything you missed. Go for it.
I won't suffer, be broken, get tired, wasted.
Welcome back in here on QAM. Hope everyone's having a great start to their morning here. We were having this cable discussion. By the way, Jay, the part of this big part of the show is just throwing stuff on the wall and seeing what sticks. You don't have to apologize. Like, you could have been right about NFL Network. Again, we just throw stuff on the wall. And whatever happens, man. Like Dr. Toboggan popping one of those AOL CDs they give out for free of the checkout line. Remember those? They give you the CD, you install America Online. Did you used to have to pay by the minute or by the hour or something?
Remember
going on there doing instant messages?
Remember when you used to be able to order like 10 CDs and
you know about like blank CDs?
No.
Dude, you know, I saw blank CDs at CVS the other day. I went to CVS because I was one of those like last minute, loser shoppers doing the Mother's Day thing.
What a loser.
I know. I felt like
at CVS you're doing your Mother's Day shopping.
Well, I had to get a card. They also make those same day photo gifts.
You got them a photo gift. You suck.
Well, that was the thing from the kids. I got her something.
Seasonal candies, yeah.
Seasonal candy. I got some candies. I got some chocolates. Buy one, get one half off. I mean, you got it.
Convenient.
The worst is the Father's Day gift from CVS. Oh my God.
Well,
did you put any effort in?
I actually did put a lot of effort in because it's very tough sometimes, dragging the photos on the app and getting it.
Oh, that's the worst. I've been trying to print out some photos off my phone for probably 6 months now.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Yeah, they don't.
And by the way, they don't always do a very good job over there. Sometimes the stuff comes out, it looks like crap. Like I'm trying to get I have a couple of jerseys I'm trying to get framed for like my man cave sports room or whatever that I was finally granted. And I tried to print some pictures of the players, and they turned out terribly. So I got to find another drugstore now, or unless there's like a picture printing place that I don't know about, like a place that specializes in it. But I don't know, the drugstore printing photo game is a little bit rough. Columbia House was the thing that would get you the 10 CDs, but wasn't that a scam? Wasn't that like you paid like a penny for like 10 CDs, but then they send you a CD for $20 every month or something?
Yeah. But they'd have to know my real name for that.
By the way,
right? I heard there was a shell game kind of. You could change your names and addresses and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were talking during the break because someone had texted in about Netflix and how Netflix used to suck. Remember, Netflix was like you would. I never liked the concept of they mail you the movie, then you got to mail it back. I always liked going to Blockbuster. Like going to Blockbuster used to be fun.
You want to make the drive. I didn't.
I liked it, man.
I wanted the movie that I want to watch, and if it was at my house for 2 weeks, it was at my house for 2 weeks.
There's something about it going on a Friday night. You go to the new release section, and you hope that they haven't stocked the movie that you want to see, and you finally grab your movie. You get your your treats as you're leaving, and
the employees were there forever, so they gave you
they knew your taste level.
Yeah, and then sometimes you'd be like, "Oh, you don't have that new movie." They'd be like, "Hey, come on, I got you." They have one sitting behind.
They have one sitting behind the counter.
Yeah, it was a cultural thing.
We used to have this one in Kendall, like when I was growing up, but it wasn't a Blockbuster. It was like a local video store, like a family owned or something. Yeah. Awesome, man. I love those places.
I had a corner. When I was in Boston, there was like a corner store that had videos as well. They had the X-rated videos too.
Sure. And thanks for throwing that in there.
You got to rent them, and it was a good little environment. That was before Blockbuster became a major thing. Remember they had those, and then Blockbuster said, "Hey, let's make this a corporate entity." And it was all over there.
Well,
guy.
I used to love going to those places. That was fun. I used to love shopping for CDs. That used to be fun. When on the Tuesdays when the new CDs would come out.
Oh, yeah.
I actually worked at this. I worked at Circuit City. You did too.
Yeah,
you're a Circuit City vet.
Yeah.
And I worked in the CD department for a while there. And
what a loser. That's the lowest on the totem pole.
But I was when I was in
you
college.
Couldn't even sell some big screens.
No, I got promoted to the computer department.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
the computer department
because that's for the babies. You're over there selling CDs. You don't even sell a performance guarantee.
They would start you in that department.
For you, I got started on TVs, brother.
I didn't have any experience though, and the one part about that job that I did not enjoy, I enjoy a lot of it, but I did not enjoy selling warranties.
I
felt something just did not feel right pushing those warranties. And it was all like it was all, numbers based, like they would that's how they would grade you essentially.
And that's why
as
you
an
were in the CD
employee
department.
there.
They
They used to sell warranties on the damn CDs.
No,
they would sell the
didn't sell
warranty for a couple bucks. Oh, if you damage the CD, you get a new one. Like, who's gonna do that?
Nobody. Yeah.
Do you buy those warranties
It
today?
it depends. If I bought something big, I would. But then my last purchase, I bought a warranty on a car. I never used it.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime something went wrong with the car, it did not qualify for the warranty.
Oh, you bought an extended warranty. Yeah, those are a little dicey
Those
with cars. Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, those can be.
And so it is what it is. You sometimes you buy it, and I would sell it, but I would only sell it on the things that I really believed you needed it on. But I used to sell those $10,000 big screens. So if you bought a $10,000 big screen, you'd be an idiot if you did not put a warranty on it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So,
Cake Eater says Specs. I miss Specs too, man. I'm with you on that one. Remember Specs?
I
the
do.
CD store.
I like the CD.
I have a couple
stores.
of old Heat tickets in my collection, and they have Specs on the back of them, like an ad for Specs. That place was awesome. We used to go. There was one across from the Falls that we would.
I remember that
we would go to.
Mm-hmm. Falls is still going strong.
I'm sure it is.
It's even bigger. It has this high-end workout place attached to it now.
Okay.
So everybody.
What's a high-end workout place?
Like an Equinox or a fake Equinox, where you're paying $100 for a gym membership, but you get to go to the yoga room and you get to go to the steam room.
Sounds nice. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nice. I actually enjoy the steam. You don't like the steam?
No, I don't like the steam. I'm
not?
good. I don't need to detox my body from it.
No, everything you eat is so clean. You don't need to detox.
I'm doing quite well. I'm training hard because of this Crowder fight. So
I sure hope you are.
Yeah.
And yes, this Netflix thing. I don't know how this came up, but yeah, we would have known back then when they were sending out DVDs through
that they would take
mail,
over the world and destroy television.
Yeah, if someone would have told us, back then, hey, buy some stock in this company, it might do well for you. That would have been nice, but nope, not. We missed on that one, Omar. We're gonna take a pause. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up here. Donno will be back with us, and we'll also talk to. We're not going to talk to. We're going to hand it off to Tobin and Leroy. They will be coming up next here on QA. I want to thank all of our people who have contributed to our conversation here this morning. Omar, always fun to have our people with us here on our YouTube chat at 1043 WQAM on YouTube. And also our text 305-567-0560. The guy says he misses Redbox. Now Redbox was there for like a little bit, right? Remember Redbox? Redbox was like the machine in Publix where you swipe and the movie would come out and you'd have to bring the movie back. I do remember that one. Lining up for tickets at Specs. Yep. They used to. That was when Ticketmaster. Well, they didn't have digital tickets.
Okay, yeah.
So you'd have to go and you'd get paper tickets. And let's see, real quick here. Yes, Wayne Huizinga. I owned Blockbuster. Right? He wasn't a big part of it. He owned it, I think.
Yes, he did.
Peaches. Yep. Remember Peaches, the CD store, record store. Yeah, man. We're going down memory lane here. I love that. So we'll take a pause. We'll come back. We'll close things out here on this Thursday morning.
Hey, Marlin fans, the Marlins will be home next Monday to take on the Atlanta Braves in a 4-game series leading the National League East. But, hey, right now the Marlins got some hot hitters on this team. Liam Hicks has been on fire. Fans, don't forget, the Marlins will be coming back home Monday to take on the Atlanta Braves in a 4-game series followed by the New York Mets. Make sure you get your tickets. Going to be great seats for the National League East teams, both coming into town. Go to marlins.com/tickets. Hope to see you out there. Marlins playing some great baseball.
melted down right in front of Eminem there, man. Slim Shady and all, right there courtside, Omar and they missed their one opportunity, right? Like the song would say. Timberwolves and Spurs at 9:30 tomorrow. The Marlins are going to go today, and Braxton Garrett will pitch in his first game for the Marlins in 23 months. So that will be today. That will air on 5:60 a.m. where you can catch that. We are the new home of Marlins baseball. And what else are we missing here, Omar? We got OTAs coming up next week. We got Inter Miami. Had a nice game last night. Messi scored. Dan Day tells me he scored only twice because the third goal was not credited to Messi, which I don't know how that could be, Dan. That doesn't make any sense to me. In basketball, if like you score on your own basket, like the guy tips it into his own basket or something, they credit it to like the guy closest to the play. Like Messi should get credit for bouncing it off the goalie.
Some people are giving
him
him credit, but officially it's an own goal for.
Well, we only care about official stats from me in the gambling community here.
That's
so,
true.
True. There's no like Hard Rock's not gonna be like, well, technicality. I don't think it's gonna work that way. Usually they go by the book. But that is everything going on here in the world of sports. The Marlins will be returning home coming up here. So Omar, maybe we'll get you out to a Marlins game soon. We'll have some more tickets to give away tomorrow for that. And again, the NFL schedule is starting to slowly leak its way out here. The Dolphins will not play the Jets in the opener. I think that's the only thing.
Ooh, bad leak.
That we know so far.
Yeah, pretty much. The Jets are playing.
They're playing the Titans in the opener. Speaking of the Titans, Cam Ward will be featured on Netflix, the Quarterback Show, season 3, which will premiere on July the 14th.
You didn't answer my question earlier. Am I missing out by not participating in this Quarterback Show that I've missed?
I love
the
Quarterback Show. I think the Quarterback Show has been fantastic. I don't care for the NBA show.
Okay.
As much.
You didn't like seeing LeBron's life?
LeBron was probably the worst of the people that was on it because everything LeBron did felt very, very scripted. Like he just makes you like you're so aware that he's filming a TV show with LeBron. Like you could tell it's an act a lot of the time with him. The other guys are a little more real. But the Quarterback Show, I think is just fantastic because it just shows how like truly brutal it is to play that position, and it is, man. I mean, it is not easy. And those guys go through a lot of crap. So you give them credit and you watch the show and you get to know the guys a little bit. But this one will be Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward, and Joe Flacco. So it's an interesting mix of the
young, Baker Mayfield,
the young and the very old.
And you know what's interesting about Baker Mayfield, and nobody is even talking about this? Baker Mayfield is playing on the final year of his contract in Tampa Bay after starting hot and then fizzling at the end.
He did. The whole team fizzled, though. They dealt with a ton of injuries.
It did
over there, but it's a good situation. They got Ruben Bain over there now, as we've been told. It's a good situation over there in Tampa. They should have a pretty good team. But that is the cast of Quarterback, which will premiere in July. A show that I think I found very entertaining.
Did they do a show on running backs one point or no?
That I don't believe they've done.
No, okay.
Not on.
They did receivers.
They did do a receiver show.
Yeah,
that they did do.
Receivers
I know
definitely.
Jefferson was on that one. Off the top of my head, I don't remember who else was on that one, but that show was Amon-Ra St. Brown was on that one, right?
Yeah.
Anyone else, Dan, that you can remember off the top of your head? But yeah, this Quarterback Show should be good. I'm very intrigued to see Cam Ward go through his rookie season.
Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson,
right.
George Kittle. He's not a receiver.
Yes, Kittle was on that show. That's right.
Debo Samuel and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
George Kittle's a lunatic.
He killed a spider the other night.
Yeah, he's got a screw loose. That George Kittle. He's a funny dude, though. He's got a really cool personality, but he's got a little bit of a screw loose.
So you did watch it?
The receiver one I did watch. That one I did. It's just the NBA one that didn't hit for me.
It didn't hit it for you.
No.
Didn't you watch
basketball?
Wasn't Jimmy one of those characters?
Jimmy Butler was one of them.
Yeah, all he did was stretch the whole show. It was boring.
It was Jimmy was terrible on it. It was Jimmy, Anthony Edwards.
He was good.
I want to say Jason Tatum.
He was bad.
And
LeBron James. He was out for his own agenda.
Yeah, it just like, again, with LeBron, everything feels very calculated.
You wouldn't say that if he decided to come back to the Heat, though.
He was the executive producer, one of the executive producers of the show.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Of course he is. This one, by the way, is produced by Peyton Manning and Omaha Productions.
Yes,
So,
Omaha Productions is taking over the world.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
But
Patrick Mahomes is involved. Patrick Mahomes is listed as a producer for this show. Not that I'm guessing he works very hard at that. He's probably a producer by name, I would assume, but
you don't know that man's life. He's got a lot of time now that he's rehabbing from the knee injury.
Yeah, you think he's got a lot of free time?
Yeah.
So Patrick Mahomes was on the show. Like, I want to say the first season, and they showed like the work that this guy puts in it's really incredible. Like, that's why you probably should watch this show, just to see, like, to get an idea of what someone like Patrick Mahomes puts into their craft.
Yeah,
like, it really, like, that work ethic and what he puts into that it really is remarkable.
And my thought was Kirk Cousins was like in Iron Maiden. He was constantly just getting roughed up, man. It shows how rough and tumble the sport is.
It really does. To make it through a season. Most of those guys actually don't make it through. When you see the show, most of the quarterbacks don't make it through, because nowadays we're seeing a lot more quarterbacks get injured, which is unusual because they have changed the rules a lot over the years to protect quarterbacks, Omar. But we're seeing a lot of these guys continue to get banged up, and maybe it's because a lot more guys are running nowadays. I mean, you do see most quarterbacks can take off and run, and the guys that are doing this show, Jaden Daniels, he can run, kind of fragile. Baker Mayfield tries to run people over to fire up his team.
Joe
Cam
Flacco
Ward,
cannot
we know,
run.
can run if need be. Joe Flacco, no, Joe Flacco's like 50 years old and doesn't move. But most quarterbacks in the NFL, with the exception of maybe a couple, take off and run.
It's funny that you say that, because Jeff Hafley, when we were talking to him at the NFL owners meetings, he basically expressed the fact that that's where the position is going. That's what he wants. And so it became very clear and apparent that any quarterback that the Dolphins target is going to have to be an athletic quarterback. And one of the many things that they like about Malik Willis is the fact that he can throw the ball accurately and effectively on the move, which changes your launch points. So they're building an entire offense off play action and broken plays. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not it will be effective. We go from a pocket quarterback who, initially started was the guru of RPO to the point, and then became an immobile quarterback, to now one of the most mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. And we'll see where it comes.
Omar's watch is telling him that it's time to exercise. So that probably means we're just about time to hand it off to Tobin and Leroy. Before we do run, though, Omar, you know what? I like this, by the way. This just means you're training for Crowder for the big fight. Like, this guy's got reminders on his watch to get his ass out of bed and get working.
Yeah.
So
I'd be an hour into my workout if I wasn't doing this.
So you're going to be in so much better shape than Crowder. Like,
would you stop?
You're going to shock the world.
Would you stop?
You're going to shock the world, my friend.
No.
Crowder's going to walk into this thing with just no training, and he's just going to roll out of bed. You're ready. You're going to be a trained, well-oiled machine. What do you got coming up in the Herald over the next few days here, Omar? Just tell people where they can go to follow you. I know we got podcasts as well that you are working on.
I will be doing a podcast today for Dolphins in Depth, basically breaking down the Devon Achan deal, explaining to you, as I have done, that he is the fourth highest paid running back in the NFL, because I don't particularly pay attention to the fake money. I hate this part of our business because, one, the agents who get the deal, they report it out, and it's always factually inaccurate because it's really a 5-year deal, because they're not including the initial year that the extension is added on to. They always give you the total and then short you a year to bump up the APY. And reality is he's not making $16-17 million a year. Like that's fiction. But nobody ever pays attention to that stuff. And then when you get the real deal and report the real deal, nobody ever checks, or nobody ever ever cares, except for probably me and Pro Football Talk. We'll have tomorrow.
We will have Mike Florio with us tomorrow. By the way, to the Jedi who just texted in, I'm not going to reveal Omar's fight plans. Like, I'm not going to give the game plan here. He's like, are you going to be like Apollo or are you going to be like Clubber Lang and go like toe to toe? Like, I'm not going to reveal Omar's game plan. Like, come on, man.
I'm training. I'm training for myself. I'm getting in good
Omar
shape.
is definitely
I've been training since
significantly.
November.
You are significantly smaller than Crowder, right?
Yes, I'm probably 40, 50 pounds smaller than Crowder.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Well, that's why the fight can't be sanctioned. It's going to be an unsanctioned bout because I don't know a lot about the fight game, but I know that you can't be like a certain amount of pounds like different.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the heavyweights, then you can just be whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we could, but I don't know if you qualify for a heavyweight. What are you weighing in at these days? Do you want to share that with us before we leave?
I think about 204.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think that would be heavyweight. I think that's light heavyweight. I'll
Probably.
check with Tobin on the way out here, but I think that gets you in the light heavyweight division. All right, I want to thank all of our listeners today and our texters and the people on our YouTube chat keeping us busy here today. We appreciate all of you guys chiming in and helping us out with the show today. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Thank you to Alex Donno, who is with us. We loaded it up tomorrow. We're going to have some good guests for you tomorrow. As you mentioned, Mike Florio will be with us.
And thank you, Dan Day.
And thank you. I was getting at Dan Day. Dan Day is the Iron Man around here. He is the he is keeping us going, man. Dan Day, thank you. Tobin and Leroy, they are coming up next year on QAM. Have a great Thursday. We'll talk to you on Friday.
Let's go. Turn me up. We can now prove